What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GameOverGreggy show. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Top of the morning to you, Greg.
Top of the morning to you! Seinfeld reference.
Yes.
Remember that?
Indeed.
You didn't watch Seinfeld.
I watched
faker.
the
You're
piss out of Seinfeld. God, I watched Seinfeld. I'm watching Seinfeld right now in my head.
The first Game of Greggy episode opened with that.
Did it?
That joke, yeah. He said top of the muffin to you, and he did that back
So
to
we
you?
finally
Yeah.
come full circle. We
Full
finally
circle.
run out of things
Episode
to talk about in this
54.
show. That was the one. That's the nail in the coffin.
Well, this is the last show, guys. Enjoy it.
Over here, the Pride of Long Island, Colin Moriarty.
No matter where I go, no matter what I do, if chilling with my friends or balling with my crew, if skies are looking cloudy or Bahama water blue, I got my money on my mind. So tell me what to do.
That's some trill shit.
Is that hot in the streets?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what's hot in the
Is that
streets.
cash
That's
money?
what baller feels like. I'll tell you that much.
Over there in a lovely hoodie, the pure one, Tim Gettys.
Let Tim host.
Tim, who styled you today?
Alfredo.
Fantastic.
Alfredo picked this outfit out for you? Or is
No,
this just what
but
he dresses like?
this is like the outfit that me and Alfredo wear when we're lazy, and we both match 4 out of 5 days a week
Yeah.
because we're lazy.
I'm trying to decide who wore it best. Probably you.
Did you see the Taylor Swift Instagram picture today of her dressing like Paddington Bear
Yes.
with a picture of Paddington Bear, and the caption was "Who wore it
And
best?"
she put it out.
Yeah,
It's not
she
even somebody
did
else
this.
phoning her.
Yeah,
All right.
I love her.
I'm going to look at this right now.
She wore it best.
She put it on her Instagram. Just go to her Instagram.
Who put that tweet out with Paddington Bear in a murder scene? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. I did see this as well. Yeah.
Where it was like the new Paddington Bear movie is really dark, and it's like him in a hallway with like a knife in his hand, looking like Naughty Bear.
Yeah.
That movie looks creepy, man.
I haven't seen anything about
I
it.
saw like 2 trailers for it when I was waiting to watch another movie, like just it played before it.
They showed
I
2
didn't actively
trailers for the same movie before one
No,
movie.
no. I'm just saying I didn't actively try to watch the trailer.
They
I
showed-
didn't YouTube it.
The Paddington Bear trailer ends and then just immediately begins again. You're like,
Oh,
God
man.
damn it.
Yeah, I know it's bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Game Over Greggy show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each bringing a random topic of discussion for your amusement. If you like that, you can get the show in a variety of ways. Each and every Friday, we post it on patreon.com/kindoffunny, along with a bunch of different places to get it. If you want to support us there, throw us a few bucks, great. If you don't, go to youtube.com/kindoffunny. Monday through Fridays, we post each topic by topic, day by day, until the entire show goes live. And then it goes up on iTunes.
It does. It does.
You've been lying to these
So I've been
kids.
lying to the kids. I'm sorry, kids. I'm really sorry. Now here's the deal. SoundCloud borked out on us. Now
Borked out.
Normally awesome. We should
Normally
say.
awesome. SoundCloud is the best thing
Normally
ever.
awesome.
SoundCloud, the YouTube of audio. I'm gonna keep saying that until someone cares.
Quotes you.
Yeah, at some point. I've told you this. This is super side topic, but I want to make a 30 under 30 list. So let's make this happen.
How much longer do you have?
I don't know, but I want them to quote. Oh, wait, I got 5 years. No, I know that much. I got 5 years.
Gotta use
I don't
mathematics.
know. I don't know.
For
No
some
one
reason,
knows.
I thought you asked how are you gonna
How
do
much
that.
longer you got? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know how they picked
not
the
sure.
30 under 30, but I think.
But yeah, so I got to do that, and I want my quote to be SoundCloud is the audio of YouTube. But anyway, SoundCloud messed up this week with our account a little bit.
SoundCloud is the audio of YouTube.
Yeah.
Lot of problems already with
Whatever, guys.
your campaign
This
for
is really
30 for
hard.
30.
So, okay, they messed up a little bit, and it wouldn't let me upload new tracks. And then I tried going back to edit the old tracks. That didn't work. All our tracks disappeared at one point, and I'm like, damn. So I've been going back and forth with them. The problem is they work in Germany. They are German.
Oi!
Yes.
No,
Yes.
that's not a German.
Oh,
accent.
sure do like being here in Germany, governor.
That's how I read the email.
Want some chocolate?
Wow.
Chocolate. That's. I don't even know what that was.
But anyways, after all of this, it looks like
Austrian.
today, it's finally fixed.
Okay.
So now I need to actually go in and upload the last couple weeks, which is hard because then once you do that, then there's processing time. So I don't know. I don't want to tell the people it's going to be ready
You
by
go home and
next
do
week.
it tonight.
I'm doing it. But the problem is I'm a little worried on when it's actually going to show up.
It takes that long to process?
Yeah, it takes a while
Damn.
to like, get them initially going. So I'm a little worried about this.
Okay.
It's the whole.
But we'll
it's
see.
the whole rigmarole.
It's a rigmarole,
It's a
to say the
rigmarole.
least. But then once we're good, once we're caught up, because right now I think there's 46 episodes up.
Mm-hmm.
So we're about 8 behind at this point. But once we get that, once we catch up, it's going to be smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Okay.
One would hope.
It'll
I mean,
happen.
there's a lot of intricacies to running a media empire
Yeah.
as we are right now.
Yes.
On our long climb to internet superstardom.
Yes.
As well as the White House
We're
in
18,000
2016.
away.
So it's complex, guys. But you know what? We're not going to give up. We're going to keep going because we like love.
Mm-hmm.
ever enduring.
Yes.
We will, in fact.
You're doing it. You're talking like the president. You're doing a good job.
I
love
for a
that.
second there. You felt it for a second. You know where that comes from, right?
Bill Clinton, but Obama really took
He
that
does it.
back.
It's the non-point.
And a lot of guys have done.
Love
JFK even
that.
did a thing like
Also, it's awesome because if someone just puts a remote control in your hand, you can just
Yeah,
immediately
you
start
can-
watching
yeah,
TV.
exactly.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good.
Colin was telling me I was acting like the president this past weekend. We were at that PlayStation Experience.
How was
There
that?
This giant long. It was awesome.
Yeah.
There was this giant line of fans there who recognized me. So then I was walking through.
But
shaking
Greg was
everything.
like, Greg was literally walking through like he's like running for
Smile on
president.
his
Like
face.
he's running for fucking president.
yeah.
You know, like-
I had to touch the people.
And at some
meet
point, I was like,
greet.
"Mr. President, we have to go into the conference."
I just waited by a wall for like an hour.
I told you the story. The one and only time I actually walked through the floor of E3 with Greg. Right? It was me, Greg. I think we had one other person with us. And after about 2 hours, we
It
had
was your
made
brother. It was Matt.
It was Matt. It was my brother. That's right, because he was doing the set stuff and he just wanted to see the show floor. So we were walking around, and after like 45 minutes, we had made it about 45 feet. And I was like, I'm done. Greg, I'm never walking with you at E3 again. It's fun.
Yeah.
But then after a while, it's just like, you've got other things to do. You weren't really paying attention to me. I was asking you really intimate questions, and you were just we're not responding.
Well, I do that just so you remember.
Like, what?
So
Who's
you
boss?
remember.
Who's
Yeah,
boss?
Yeah.
It's you and Tony Danza.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought Angela was the boss of that
Angela
show,
was
really.
the boss. Let's be honest.
Or
Tony
Mona.
was,
Mona
Tony,
was the
Tony was a
fucking
glorified.
boss.
Tony was a glorified maid. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
he was.
I don't think it was glorified. I think he was just a maid. He was a housekeeper.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mona wanted Tony though.
Mona was hot.
I don't know
Back
about
in the
that.
day, like I think
Maybe
she was on
like
soap.
in the 60s
man.
or 70s. Yeah, Mona might have been a looker then.
Did you hear that grime in my voice just now?
Even then, though, Mona was old on
Yeah,
soap.
she was. I'm trying to be nice. I can't remember her ever being like exceptionally attractive, but she's always been like in her
You know who?
mid-50s.
You know who was an attractive young lady? Betty White.
Oh yeah.
Which I had never known. I saw some old
Really?
photos of Betty White. I was like, oh damn, Betty White.
Damn,
You're
Betty
a
White.
good-looking lady.
Baby,
I wanna see
looking
this.
nice.
You ever see that? You look at people and you're like, I can't picture them old. And then you see, and you meet old people, you can't picture them young.
Yeah,
It goes
that's
both
true.
ways.
I'm gonna Google
The
this.
door swings both ways. What, Betty White? I also enjoy that athletes always get really fat when they get old.
Oh, I would.
I
Wouldn't you?
understand too.
Athletes.
Well, I'm
Wouldn't you?
fat now. I cut it to the chase.
It's debatable.
You're fat now. You're fat.
This is why we're falling behind in the presidential debate here. You know, people think
I
there's
just
no-
wanna run an honest
there's no
ticket, that's all.
solid-
I just wanna
There's
run an
plenty-
honest ticket.
I just ate a cheeseburger burrito.
Thought you guys are
I only brought you on the ticket for regional balance anyway. Greg. We need that.
Get that
we need
middle of the
alliteration.
country.
They don't even have their home straight. How are
Holy
they gonna, How are they
shit.
gonna get your home
Betty
straight?
White looks like Snow White.
Let me see.
Y'all know what I think about that.
Yeah. Well, watch episode 1. Topic 1.
Man, we're back to episode 1 again.
This is
Really
crazy,
just
though.
derailed everything.
It's weird that they both have the same last name.
Well, I'll look it up.
No, you are the worst at this. Once
All
you
right.
start looking at your phone, you're lost.
All right, fair
We're
enough.
driving in the car here today. It's just me and him. First off, without you, it turns out without you guys, we don't talk much.
We do.
A lot of quietness in the car.
You don't talk because you like to decompress in the car after your day.
Yeah.
Then I feel guilty for making you talk because I'm a chatty Cathy. So I'm like, Greg, this, Greg, that. Hey, Greg, what do you think of this? Hey, Greg, have you played the
At what point
PlayStation 4?
at what point does the guilt fall into place?
What guilt?
You said you feel guilty.
Oh, I feel guilty because you're not. Sorry, I lost my own train of thought there. Shut up, Kevin. I feel guilty because you're not responding. You're giving me the one word, yeah, oh yeah, 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 which I'm like, all right,
I'm
Greg's
trying to
tired.
savor the show here. Come out
I
like
know,
a
I
firecracker.
appreciate that, but Colin always talks with me. Tim's always Tindering or doing whatever the hell he's doing, like
Yeah.
trying to figure out who's hot on the block.
Hot on the block.
Hot on the block.
That should be your new
Yeah.
app.
But it was nice. We had a nice
Geolocator
relaxing.
that shows who's on the block, and then you get
Yeah,
to vote
who's
who's
hot.
hot on the block.
It also feels like it's 2 o'clock in the freaking morning right now because it gets
Told you,
dark
the
so
darkness. I
fast.
hate the goddamn darkness at wintertime.
the darkness.
I love it.
I know
There was
you
also a
psycho.
real Rapture Book of Revelation vibe going on in San Francisco today. I don't know if you guys noticed it. It was like there's 0% of rain. I looked at the weather like all day, but it looks like the skies are about to open up. We
You
went
know-
to Daly City. It had like almost that nuclear halo going, like that nuclear glow.
You
going
know
on.
what it is.
We're gonna die.
No, we're not gonna die. There's a huge storm coming in.
Oh, I know. I know on Thursday.
It's the Pineapple Express.
Yes, that's
It's
what they
actually a real thing.
Yeah, no,
Wait,
I read
what?
that.
No,
I read
what?
that. I read that
It's
today,
a
and I was
real
like,
thing.
really? That's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
They're really calling it the Pineapple
It
Express.
is the Pineapple Express. It is
What?
it is a river basically of a storm. They call it the storm, like the Cloud River or something like that. And it is like a once in every so often this comes through and just drenches everything for like 3 days.
Is it safe to use the word cataclysm?
No, I don't. I think that would actually be causing some sort of hysteria. That is, it's just going to be a lot of rain. It's not a cataclysm.
Oh, so it's like Jumanji.
It's nothing like Jumanji that had a lot of rhinoceroses and monkeys that attack people.
What about
from-
when Robin Williams is
Rhinoceros.
out and he's all like, "Oh, a little rain." The girl's like, "A little rain never hurt anyone." He's like, "Yeah, but a lot could kill you." And he like starts covering. All of a sudden, the rain comes in the mansion.
Did you know to this day, like I watched it for the 15th time and finally realized the hunting guy was his dad. Think about that. Same actor.
Yeah. The guy from Titanic.
Was he in Titanic?
Yeah, he's the one who was all like, "Yeah, this boat could take anything. Fuck off."
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "Oh no, the boat has a
Wait.
hole."
Holy
and then he
shit.
Stole it, then he got on
What?
the thing. And
Did you not realize that? See, I didn't realize it at all. It's the guy that's like with the big mustache, and he's like
Yeah.
fighting with the elephant gun. Is
You
the
didn't
same
get
guy
this
that plays his
either?
dad.
When I watched Jumanji, I think I was 6. I didn't get a lot of
You haven't
things,
seen
Greg.
it since?
No.
I like that.
I loved it.
Jumanji
Then there
was
was
a
the
good one too
cartoon.
to call out the fact of just like I like that in that day and age, you could have a movie that was anchored by Robin Williams and then Bonnie, whatever her name was.
Yeah.
Who's the blonde?
Bonnie Tyler now. Let me look at that.
Sounds right though, but not.
Well, now I gotta look it up. Is that
Now
okay,
you'd have to
Greg?
be.
Is that okay?
Now those people want to be attractive enough to be.
Was
the
that
male.
Kirsten Dunst?
Yes.
Yes. The kid was.
I need to watch Jumanji.
Did you know the little boy is in One Direction?
I love you so much because for a second I believe you.
Damn it! I was trying not to smile, seeing if I could get you on that one. I don't think they were born yet when that movie happened.
No, I was gonna say, what is he like? Is he the 35-year-old member of the band? Like the
He's
guy
the
in
one-
that guy
holy
in Together.
He's the one who buys them all their beers and stuff.
Bonnie Hunt.
Bonnie Hunt. God
Bonnie
damn it! I
Hunt.
should have known that.
Bonnie Tyler.
You
No.
remember
Colin Hunt's
Caroline
sister.
Ray? Wasn't that one of them too?
Caroline Ray.
No. Okay,
No.
we'll be quiet.
No.
Not in that movie. Just Caroline Ray in general. I
Oh,
was just
Caroline
throwing
Ray
that
is a
out.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a person named Caroline Ray.
You remember her?
No, I'm
She
sure
was
she
on
lives in like
Sabrina?
Dakota. Was
Oh,
she?
that's not the right one, but that is the one. You're right. That's the
Oh
one.
yeah, the
That's right.
ant.
That's right.
She was kind of like the hot ant.
Aunt Z.
She's the one.
right? Someone.
I don't
No, I
remember.
thought who's the who's
Zeta
the
or
other
Z-
aunt?
I don't remember their names. I don't remember.
Let me see
Yeah,
Caroline Ray.
Wow, I really wish I'd watched Sabrina the Teenage
Let me see
Witch.
the damn thing.
There's
That's her.
a picture of her and a sumo wrestler. It looked like a great show.
It was.
Yeah.
Was this
A lot of
Melissa
things
Joan
happen.
Hart too, or no? That
Mhm.
was okay.
Was
Sabrina?
this- oh, I thought
You know, she follows me on Twitter. Not a big
Yeah,
deal.
Melissa
I know
Joan
she
Hart
does.
follows
I
us all
fucking
on
hate-
Twitter.
Not
Except
me.
Tim Gettys.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters are gonna
Hate,
hate
hate,
Tim.
hate.
It's not her fault.
She's a Pepsi kind of girl.
It's not her
I
fault.
hate
She
it.
doesn't know you.
That's all right. That is all right.
Oh, real quick before we move on to topics, if you're a Patreon supporter, a patron, that's not official.
Mhm.
That's not what they call it.
That is what they call it.
Nope. I know more about Patreon than you guys. If you use Patreon, check your inboxes and check the activity wall for updates, especially if you're one of the 3-month tier people. We have stuff happening now. Tim,
Secrets.
what's your topic?
If you guys were attacked by a small animal, do you think you'd win?
No.
What is the animal?
So
These
like,
are different
you
stories.
know, I've thought about
100%
this, right?
no.
Because this all stems from this horrible fear of small dogs.
Like
Whenever there's small,
Wait, you have a
No,
horrible,
I got
horrible
a
fear
fear.
of small dogs?
yeah,
What about this is terrifying?
no,
to
not
you?
this guy. I
Look
don't
at
know
this
those other
thing.
ones.
All I've ever seen
like
him do
this
is
guy-
eat and sleep and piddle.
I guess it's the yappy ones mainly.
The ones that like you don't know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And like they don't give a shit about that leash around their neck.
at
They
those.
will strangle themselves to bite you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
those
yeah.
ones.
Where they're like, "Aye, aye," and they're like actually physically flying for about 5 seconds
Yeah.
before they come down and they do it again. You're like, you're gonna snap your own neck, dog.
Yeah.
And they don't care.
The
'cause they just
dogs
want your
aren't the
leg.
one. The dogs can't
No,
be
so
in
that's
this
the thing. It
argument.
all stems from this because these little dogs. I don't like being near them when they're all like yappy and
Yeah.
when they start doing that shit. Yeah, and then I start thinking about cats, and I'm just like, those motherfuckers' claws
Yeah.
are super sharp.
Yeah, their
their
claws.
teeth. I ain't fucking with that. Then you start getting even crazier. The
Cat
raccoons.
scratch fever.
Like what?
Yeah,
Cat scratch fever.
that's a thing.
What's that?
Ted
even
Nugent
mean?
wrote a song about it that was based on mostly real things.
They have bacteria in their claws.
Oh.
And if they break your skin, you can actually get sick from it.
Well, let's multiply that by
Definitely.
10 with
Wash the
raccoons.
wound. Don't be stupid.
Because raccoons are
I like
scary
to
as
lick
shit,
it.
but they're also super cool.
Yeah.
Like, if I was an animal, I'd want to be friends with a raccoon.
But why wouldn't you just want to be a raccoon?
Because I don't know, I'm not that cool. I wouldn't
Wait,
attack people.
what animal would you be to be friends with a raccoon? You'd have to be something like on its level. You can't
Flying
be a
squirrel.
bear.
Again.
I
You
could see
always
a
go back to
raccoon and
the
a
flying
flying
squirrel.
squirrel being
I can
like
see a
homies.
raccoon and a bear being bros.
Really?
Yeah, the
feel like the bear
raccoon
would
climbs
just
on the
eat
back.
it.
Well, that's why it's got to be a special bear.
It's got to be a special bear. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I understand the fact. Yeah, raccoon's a good place to start with this
Yeah.
conversation.
So, raccoons and monkeys, I'm going to go with as the two. Because I feel like those are two animals that kind of take it to the next level of. Now, obviously, bears and shit, those are fucking scary.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about just little tiny dudes. I think raccoons and monkeys are the scariest ones.
The problem with the raccoon is this: is if it's coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
If a raccoon is bearing down on me, he's running down the street at me, which I feel like we've come close to before. I used to walk Portillo down south there a little bit, and then when I would turn out the house, go I guess actually north. There's this little area there. This guy has like an actual yard, which nobody else really has. Just a little area of yard there, and I've seen raccoons in there before, and so we stopped walking that way, just not infringing them. I've seen a skunk in there too. Same idea. But if a raccoon's running at me, in my head I'm like, this is gonna suck and it's gonna hurt, but I'm gonna win. It's gonna get on me. It's definitely gonna bite my arms, my forearms like this.
So you're going to punch him.
Well, no.
You got to kick.
He's
first,
running. I'm definitely kicking, but I'm imagining if it gets real here.
Yeah.
He's gonna be biting with his little teeth.
Latch onto your leg and run up you. And
yeah, exactly. But at some point, it's scruff of the neck, and then it's just over the shoulder and then onto the curb as hard as I can, over and over again until he's inside out.
Wow. My God.
You've
Yeah,
thought
and
about this
again,
a lot.
for all you people out there that are all upset about this, these are angry animals and they are attacking us.
You're talking about rabbit.
Nobody
The
should be
rabbit.
angry at this. This is
Yeah,
a,
but
this is a
people
real
are
fear.
weird
I've seen.
sometimes.
If I think about a raccoon coming at Portillo, what I got to do to save him.
Yeah.
We've seen the video from the guy on Dig. What was his name?
I don't know.
Rose, Kevin Rose, right?
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. I brought this when we mentioned this a while back. The guy, there's a video of the security camera. The raccoon's attacking the guy's dog in San Francisco.
Oh,
he runs down the
yeah,
stairs,
yeah,
he
yeah.
grabs it, and he chucks it down.
Yeah. That just reminded me of when the turkey attacked people on video. Turkeys are scary
That
as
one
shit,
I don't.
too.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, that
video.
thing like chased after that
Yeah,
news reporter
turkeys are hella
Oh,
scary.
the news reporter.
because they're
thing, sure.
big.
Yeah.
They're big.
I like when they pardon the turkey at Thanksgiving. That's always funny.
They pardoned the turkey.
Yeah, they.
You've never
That's
seen
a
this?
tradition.
No.
It's a
This is
tradition.
your government at work.
Yeah, the president pardons a turkey every
A big
Thanksgiving.
ceremony. Yeah, there's one turkey he doesn't send to death. And this year it got into
And they said it's like a farm.
this year got into a big deal. This year it was a big deal because Sasha and Malia didn't look into it, and then people were mean to them, like journalists and stuff.
Sasha?
Yeah, isn't that one of the president's daughters?
Yeah.
Sasha Malia. I'm not right crazy. Okay.
I don't
What do
know
you
about
think?
Sasha.
Baron Cohen is up there. He's like, I'm not into this, Mr. President.
He
He's
goes,
like,
Sasha
I thought I was
Gray,
being-
Sasha Baron Cohen.
That's
Those are
it.
the only
That's the only
Sashas I
Sasha
know.
too.
Now you
Yeah.
know Sasha Obama.
Oh, there you go.
And so that was a big hullabaloo.
Yeah.
So your favorite thing ruined those people's lives. for
I just love these dumbass birds up there just looking all like weird, and the president's just standing next to him in a suit. He's like, "We're not gonna kill your ass."
That'd be one of the
Offers
first.
the farm
so
with
this
you.
is a real thing.
Oh, it is. It's been for very long. I think FDR might have started. I don't remember.
I would cut out so much bullshit if I was president. When we're president.
Oh, no,
when I'm president. When you die.
Oh,
Tim,
I would
they're not
add
even-
so much
Tim,
bullshit.
they're not even sure about it.
Yeah.
I would add so
No,
much.
you wouldn't.
They're
That's
not
against
sure
our
about
party.
it.
I would
That's against our
pardon,
ticket.
but I would
We'll
do
have
funny
Cheetos
things like
do it.
pardon a turkey
They don't
every
feel
day
it. Well, I'll have a Cheetos fight a turkey every day
Yeah, every day.
if we get
on
elected.
the White House lawn and then
Just,
Rose
but not
Garden.
like death. But like, yeah, did you guys see? Did you guys see Old School?
It's just a little
When it's an
Thunderdome
oil
he's built
fight?
up.
Yeah.
I'll have Cheetos and a turkey oil fight in a big like kiddie pool.
Once a day.
Just once a day. Just
1:13 p.m.
prove to everyone else that Cheetos knows how to throw down.
Yeah.
Knows how to throw down.
Love rules all.
See, the
You know what I
monkey
mean?
fight, that's scarier to me than the raccoon fight. Raccoon's going to hurt for sure. Monkeys, they're going to get some punches
Their
in.
teeth, man.
Yeah, they got really crazy teeth,
They got
too.
this-
Yeah.
And they do that stuff, and you're like, whoa, where did those things come from? The teeth.
Yeah.
The
Well, I
sharp.
know they're in their mouth.
And
But you
also,
don't
they
see
move
'em.
all human-like. But that's the thing, though. Raccoons move oddly human-like, too.
Yeah, they
This-
wash their
yeah.
food. They
Like,
wash
it's
grapes.
super weird when you see them, like, sneak into people's houses. You guys, please do yourselves the favor and just YouTube raccoons. Period. They're so
Raccoons,
they're-
period.
They're so fun to watch. They do this dumb shit. It's like they'll come in the little doggy door. They'll come in and they start looking around. Just like, you motherfuckers see me. Put their hand in, grab the doormat, and just start like doing shit with it. It just looks.
They
oddly,
hide your keys.
Yeah, it's
They're
like
hiding one sock. Just
so
messing with
funny.
you.
And then they're like, I don't. When they walk and stuff, and everything they do with their hands, I don't know. It makes me laugh.
They're like small people in raccoon costumes. That's what trips me out about small animals. I think that I think I could take a small animal? Yes. Do I think I would? No, I would freak out.
You would die?
I don't know that I'd die. I think I would lose. I think that he would walk away and I would be more worse for the wear than him. I think if a raccoon attacked me, I'd get one good blow in, but then he would like. My fear would be that I would try to use my multiple years of shadowboxing and jujitsu,
of course.
as they say, and try to like punt the thing, but they've got claws. So if my foot, in my old age, my foot doesn't move as fast as it used to, if it made contact, the thing might latch on, and then what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Then it's on you, and you're hitting your own leg, so you're causing yourself damage
Well,
too.
see, no, that's my thing. Is I imagine that happened to Greg because I can envision Greg fighting this raccoon, right?
Yeah.
He's running at Portillo.
Yeah.
Greg just first thing kicks it, but yeah, he runs up his leg and stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like Shadow the Colossus.
Yeah,
and like
it's
little
on your
dude's just
back,
taking
and you
down the
can't get
boss
to it, and
like
it's
bit
just
by
like-
bit.
Cutting
Yeah.
through your spine with its razor sharp talons.
I think you're giving too much credit to this raccoon to be on the ball enough to know to
That's what I'm
counteract, grab onto my leg while
YouTube these
cushioning
videos,
the blow.
dude.
There's not.
No, I'm saying like these they know what they're doing, man.
I'm saying the raccoon is a very smart animal. I'm just saying I don't think it's ready to counteract a giant kick.
Okay.
coming full speed.
Why don't you guys bring a weapon into this? Just find
Well, it's
something. Find a
happening
knife.
on the street. It's just on the street.
I don't know. Yeah, I
It's a
mean,
mugging.
the raccoon. I mean, he'd probably get on me. You just grab his neck and you squeeze really hard.
But he's like,
And he's
But
cutting your
bite-
eye.
he's gonna be biting all over
cutting
your
your
Yeah, but you
eyes
have
out
to
of your
do what you
face.
have to do with that.
Yeah,
He's
I
literally
know.
cutting your eyes out of your face.
Oh no, he's not.
Why-
cutting
how do you get
because
that close? He's not-
because
he's
I'm
not-
just
You know how
doing
they,
this.
I'm just
they
gonna
reach
squeeze
out
him.
and their arm. Like,
You get a
their arms are
one-arm
longer than
squeeze
they
him?
think.
Yeah, when it's one
Just
arm.
one arm.
And maybe I'll like fucking give him a few shots right in his ribs. while he's,
Just
like-
kidney punch him.
like,
Like,
You
Yeah,
gotta
it's like-
you gotta start using
you know,
centrifugal force at this some point, where you spin around using physics to your advantage. Like I'm not. The other hand is never coming in really if I'm one-handing it. If I've got him like this, it's then it's all over the pavement.
Yeah. See, I just wouldn't want to touch them either because they're all dirty.
It's too late at that point.
I know. See, that's the thing.
and that's
though.
the other thing. You fight the
fight or
raccoon,
flight.
you immediately got to go get a rabies shot. Jesus, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's bad enough I'm torn up by this raccoon.
I think cut your eyes out. What are you gonna do?
My
You're blind
eyes
now.
aren't fine. He didn't get to my eyes.
My other thing is this. I used to live in the dorms at Irvine.
Yep, Raccoon City.
Raccoon City. And you'd see one raccoon. And they told you when you moved in, they're like, if you see one, don't screw with it. Because there's probably like 10 somewhere else like close by.
Yeah.
They travel in packs.
And they're bulky too. We haven't talked about this.
I don't know about what bulky
They're
means.
bulky.
Well, they're
What does that
bulky,
mean?
and especially around us because they eat all of our food.
Yeah, they do. They eat
That's why they're too fat.
all of. If you mean they could probably on your chicken wings alone get up to about 40 to 55 pounds a piece.
Just eating the bones.
Yeah,
They don't eat
just
bones.
crushing bones.
There's not many rivers for them to wash their grapes in here, so
But when they did, they'd be all like,
yeah, that'd be really cute.
they're weird.
Raccoons
looking.
are super
They're,
cute.
they're awesome. They're
They
so
were pretty cool. Did you see when they did Guardians of the Galaxy? James Gunn showed up with a raccoon on his like shoulder to the press line to like the premiere, just for
Fucking
Rock.
ball. Well,
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
awesome.
Rocket was an actual. There was a raccoon. He got credited.
That was the raccoon.
Oh,
He
that's awesome.
had the raccoon as a like they had it as a model basically to model, and they like watched it and do all this stuff. So they patterned all the mannerisms at her, and James Gunn liked it so much that he was like, they all started hanging out with it, and he was like, shit, let's bring it to the premiere. So you can see like
Damn.
photos of him
That's
with
awesome.
it on his shoulder.
Did he take it in the fight though?
No, it didn't fight him because it liked him.
It was docile.
With
I don't
you,
know.
It would
I'm
smell
assuming the
fear
fight
and it would go
happened.
for your jugular.
Raccoons are wild animals. They're never.
They do
You
that,
never
you
know
know
what's
what
gonna
I mean?
happen. They're
They
one
just
step
gotta-
away.
The raccoon would see you and he'd be like, "Oh, this man eats a lot of salad. He's very healthy. I want those nutrients." And he would go after you and eat you first.
That's
Hey,
why
pro-
he'd go after me.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
see.
actually, probably leave you
He's like
alone
he's full of
because-
kale and Brussels sprouts, and we must have this man because his nutrients are 50% better.
Is
than,
the raccoon speaking pretty intelligently, except when it referred to itself as we?
Yeah, well,
are they a hive mind of raccoons?
he's with his friends.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
bo- it's
We
the
already
Borg.
explained
They're
that
like the
they
Borg.
don't travel alone.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
they're a pack animal.
The other thing is like when they get into garbage cans, what the hell is their deal?
They want
like,
food.
Yeah, I know, but like the way that they do it,
They're assholes.
they're assholes. They'll just grab this shit like, nah, and it's like, damn, that's a whole like someone left hella food and they're picky as fuck. That's
they?
what they are.
They're looking for
And they
grapes.
They have the
They-
luxury to be picky.
Toss shit around. They act like rock stars. That's what they do.
They are. They are the rock stars of the animal world.
Yes.
It's true. We should change their wiki
to
Wikipedia.
raccoons.
So then, I think the cat would be more scary than the raccoon. I think
That was really good.
a really fucking mad cat coming at you who's like not out. You know, I used to fuck with my cats obviously, but they loved you. They're not gonna really give you the business.
Yeah.
But you get a crazy ass cat. Cats are super fast. They would be the ones that crawl up your legs and fuck with
Oh
you.
yeah, cats are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, cats remind me of like spiders a lot, just because of like their mobility and like when you see the big ass scary spiders that like jump and shit.
Yeah,
and I'm like, how the
yeah.
fuck did it move that fast? Yeah, cats do that shit too.
Right.
And the fact that they look so soft and cuddly, and then they're so sharp.
Yeah, they got a lot. They got the sharp claws.
What's interesting about cats though is that even when like you pick them up and they don't want to be picked up or whatever, they show incredible restraint.
Right.
They know they can fucking wreck you. Yeah. They'll probably pay for it, but they're gonna do some crazy damage. You know. I still have a scar across my chest from when I first got my cat Chung Li when I was in 4th grade. That's what I named her. She just died in 2010.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But I picked her up for the first time and she jumped off my chest and cut into my chest. Or
Did a
whatever
little
with her
spinning
back.
bird kick off.
Yeah, and that was her spinning star kick,
Yeah.
as it were. And that scar is still on my chest. So they can do some unintentional damage too. But yeah, when you think about it, like, you know, when Chloe lived here, she could have just fucking wrecked everybody if she wanted. She would have died. I would have killed her,
Yeah.
but you know, not before she did some damage to some folks here.
Yeah.
See, I think the bigger dogs are the scarier ones too.
Well,
That
that's
crazy German Shepherd going.
Yeah, they're just they got so much girth.
Yeah. Muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That answer your question fine?
I mean, yeah, it was a good answer.
You think you could take it?
Yeah, I don't believe you guys. I
What?
think that they would kill you all.
I think I would die. I agree with you.
Uh-huh.
My thing was it would attack me. I would trip, fall, knock myself out, wake up as it was eating the rest of me. You know what I mean? As like 40 of them, and then you have the overhead shot where all the raccoons come out of nowhere, and you're like, it's like the thing from like the Mummy, where all the little things are coming at him, and they
Scarabs.
just take me apart in like one fell swoop.
Or
Or
it could
a
be-
skeleton left.
Yeah.
Or it could be
with
like
a badass beard.
it could be like Batman Returns, where their bites and licks make you into raccoon man.
Also, wait, hold on.
That'd be cool.
I just thought of something that I never thought about ever. Earlier today, me and Marty were talking about Super Mario 3.
Right.
And we're like, all the little blocks were like, I said, oh, it's the wood. And he's like, wood? I always thought that was butterscotch. I'm like, that's weird. But that just made me think now that we're talking about raccoons.
Oh, do you think that's better?
Why does the raccoon tail let him fly?
It's Tanuki tail.
Is it? Colin?
That's what it's called.
And isn't this, even just the normal one? Not the like Tanuki suit? There's the Tanuki suit.
No, it's a Tanuki tail as well.
Okay.
I thought
Can
they were just
Tanukis
kind
fly?
of.
What's a tanuki?
Raccoon.
It's a raccoon with big balls.
That's how they say raccoon in Japanese.
I don't know.
No.
You don't ask these kind of questions when
There's an actual animal called
Mario
the
showed
tanuki.
Tanuki? Yeah.
Looking that up.
there's
It
not
has
a
big ass
Tanuki.
balls.
The guys,
No.
the women too.
This
Are you
is made up.
serious?
Japanese
Yes.
raccoon dog.
Keep reading.
It's an animal. Japanese raccoon dog. It's a real animal.
But keep reading about the balls.
Oh, I want to see here.
Jeez.
But
Oh, there's
keep
some place called
reading
Tanuki SM.
about
Holy
the
crap! This
balls.
thing is big. It does have big balls.
Told you.
To Google the first image is just those things are like bowling balls down there. Just like a nice set of them.
So does the tail make him fly? I thought didn't he glide a little bit?
Well, how
Well,
can
it
you
doesn't
not-
Yeah,
in
it
the
lets him
air.
fly
Yeah.
and then he kind of flutters down.
Yeah, so he's gliding. He's falling with style. It's
What's-
not like the cape. The
But
cape
he's
makes you
getting up
fly.
there.
Yeah, but how'd he get up there in the
it's-
beginning?
They're really somewhat indistinguishable from one another.
Well, one's a cape and one's a tail.
Yeah, but they both do the same
Oh,
thing.
you're talking about power wise.
Yeah.
Why would it? Why
You
does
can't
it
fly forever
need
with
such
either.
tremendously large?
You can fly forever with the
testicles?
cape if you keep.
Yeah, but I mean, if you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, but it's the same amount of the P energy.
Yeah, the P gets you up there.
Gotcha.
What does the P stand for?
Power.
The P wing.
Power.
Power wing?
I always thought that's what it meant. Yeah.
The princess gives you it. Is it the princess wing?
Princess power.
Mm.
My topic.
Oh.
Colin Moriarty.
Mm.
We mentioned at the beginning of the show, we had gone to this PlayStation experience.
Mm.
I acted like the president.
Mm-hmm.
People fawned all over you. They loved you.
I wouldn't go that far,
They
but
took photos of you. They
Yeah.
took autographs from you.
I tried to let you soak it up.
They hugged you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I soaked up as much as I could. Calm down there. What I want to know
angry.
is to open it from the table. I want everyone to talk about what they think of Vegas and Vegas stories. Colin, you can begin.
I fucking hate Las Vegas. Now the thing about Vegas is that I'm really happy it exists. It's kind of like personifies. Nevada itself is kind of like libertarian land, which is great. I mean, you can sleep with a prostitute there if you want, and you can gamble, and you can do whatever you want. I mean, that's great. But Las Vegas itself is just a fucking bizarre place. I'm never comfortable when I'm there. Like I'm always just like this. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it
Because
is.
there's no windows. There's no clocks.
Yeah, like you don't have to ever go outside. I'll tell you later. I have this ingenious idea that I told Greg about for a TV show.
I
or a
mentioned
show.
it to Nick.
Oh, okay. You
To
did.
start bringing him up to speed.
Yeah.
on it.
So we'll talk about
Kind
that.
of funny gets big enough. This will be our first TV show.
But it's a stroke of genius. This idea. So maybe one day you guys will see it out there. But I just don't like being there. I like gambling every once in a while. My favorite thing about it is I just walk around and smoke. Like I bought a pack of like a 5-pack of Black and Miles, and I just walked around casinos and just smoked them.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But I just don't like it. Yeah, I don't get good. I think I've been there like 3 times.
I see. I used to be like you. So my Vegas love has kind of gone full spectrum. When I first used to go, it was when I was younger, when I was like 20, 19, 21, whatever. And you'd go for bachelor parties then, but you couldn't afford anything. So you'd have to go to like the free bars or places where not a lot of
Free bars?
like, bars you can get into for free.
There's no cover.
charge.
Gotcha.
Where the
like,
riffraff can come
like,
in with their
you know-
Daisy Dukes and gym shoes.
the ones the bars in Vegas that have no lines are generally the bars that you don't want to go to.
Yeah.
But you'd have to go to those. So I always kind of had this idea, this vision of Vegas that I was like, it's just kind of a place that I just don't enjoy because I can't afford any of the fun things like bottle service, things like that. I'm never going to pay for that stuff. It's a waste of money. Then I started going for the industry because there's a lot of, if you guys remember, like back in the day, there was a lot of stuff. You would fly to Vegas for, UFC, the UFC game, or Rainbow Six, was in Vegas once, right?
Yeah.
And they had the big launch party there and stuff like that. So you'd go to cover
CES.
that stuff. CES as well.
It was the porn convention.
The porn convention.
We don't ever
not
go to
part of
that.
the industry, but
Not part of the video game industry.
We made videos there.
because CES was across the street from it.
Yeah.
But we still did videos there, guys.
Okay.
Of course we did.
All right.
I'm not going to get into your private videos that you do when you Tinder people.
A lot of Tinder hate from him today.
I know, man.
I'm jealous because I can't do it.
You
'Cause
could.
I'm
Some
not a fan.
birds.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. No.
Make a fake profile.
What would my
Make one for
No,
Brazil.
no, let's not. No. As genius an idea that is, we were just talking about this. Like, so there was a dating site that came up recently. That is,
Zeus.
it's
Farmers Only.
I don't remember what it's called. It's just for dudes
eHarmony.
with beards.
Beardo.
And then someone was like,
Domingo.
everyone at work was like, dude, Nick needs to get on this. Like, oh my God, Nick would be the face of this site. And then they're like, oh, you guys should make a web series out of this of just Nick going on dates with people on this site. And it's just like,
What a mean thing to do.
and I was just like, no, like this is it. This is testing the limits of Nick Scarpino. And
See,
I don't think it's gonna end
Tindering
well.
would be no harm, no foul, because you're just swiping and swiping, right? And that's it.
Yeah, you're swiping and swiping until someone matches you,
And
and,
then they
you're
start
just
talking
like,
to you.
oh, that's an option.
Oh.
So that's the thing.
I
It's
see
the
problem.
options.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
that
Nick
I
has
could.
unlimited options.
Oh yeah.
Anyone in the
don't
world
see-
would sleep with this man.
I shouldn't-
Guy or woman.
Yeah, I shouldn't have those options. It's just bad. Just don't put yourself in that position.
Yeah. Options are bad.
A fake
Always.
account would be pretty fun though. What would my name? We'll have to come up with a cool name.
Dick
Like-
Finkelstein.
That's going to be a hard name.
Don't
to-
tell people my alter ego. There was a time when I used to sign on to things like I used to have a YouTube account and like a Reddit account called Dick Finkelstein.
Yeah.
Just so
Now
I could-
I'm going to Reddit and finding all the posts
yeah.
of Dick Finkelstein.
Those
there
are
wasn't
misspelled
many because
comments.
I try to be that guy. I'm like, maybe if I have an alter ego, I can be mean and like say what's like random stuff and just flame like the comment sections of everything every place I go. I just couldn't do it. I'm like, I can't do this.
Maybe I'd alter if I had a secret identity. I'd flame comments.
Well, you know what I mean? Because like,
And be that
when
guy.
you get bad YouTube comments or you see someone that's being stupid in the comments, your first instinct is like, let's mess with this guy.
Yeah.
Then it's counterproductive and doesn't do anyone any good. But Dick Finkelstein,
That's pretty.
Dick
good.
would have done it.
Dick would have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dick
it's
would have been
fair.
all up in that.
All up in that Finkelstein.
So the industry parties were fun in Vegas, but they were always a little bit sad because it would be like 300 dudes,
Yeah.
and then like 5 girls that were paid to be there, not from like a prostitute standpoint, but from like a we're working the
Booth
party
babe
or like they're booth
standpoint.
babes or something
Yeah.
like that. And so you would have fun, but it was also every once in a while you'd take a look around and be like, this is sort of a made up fun.
Yeah.
This is like a big company that's like just throwing an event so we can see the game and like or games or whatever the showcase is, and you know it's in Vegas and it's cool, but these are all just the coworkers that I see on an everyday basis in San Francisco, and I'd rather be in San Francisco partying with them, just because it's like way less of a flight. Then I actually the first time I went to Vegas with my well, you know what I mean.
Greg just did that thing where he's like, I'm not going to say anything about what Nick just said,
both
but
just do
everyone
that thing.
knows.
Then I went to Vegas for the first time with my wife, and that's when I actually had fun for the first time. So all the pretense of like what Vegas is supposed to stand for, but Vegas is supposed to stand for the taboo, right? It's supposed to stand for like you can do anything with anyone and whatever.
You can watch Britney shows.
Oh, you can go see Britney.
Penn and Teller.
She's crushing it. Wow, are they slow jacking?
I was to the Penn and Teller show. Thanks for
Wow.
spelling it out.
Well, Jesus. And then the bachelor party started.
Yeah.
And that was a whole other different.
And now these are bachelor parties with money.
Now these are bachelor parties when you're above, over the age of 30 and you've got some savings and you can do some serious damage to your savings account
To
when you
your body.
go and your body and your psyche
Yeah.
because it messes with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
How does
those
it
are
mess
fun.
with your psyche?
You're partying and you're around like young people. and
Going
you're
back
like,
to the whole options thing. Remember I was talking about options and
Yeah.
how they're bad? Yeah. They're bad. That's where they're bad.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
where they're worst.
I've been at bachelor parties where you've got basically a group of guys who are making decent salaries who are like, let's put as much money in this as there needs to be in order to put out a certain vibe, right? And that vibe is
What baller feels like.
if you come up here, you could just drink free and do whatever and hang out and it's fun. And when
If you don't have a shirt on.
well, I wasn't gonna go that far.
Well,
Wait, the
That's
guys
never-
not have to have shirt on?
but, I didn't have
No
shirt
one
on
had
either.
shirts
Okay,
on.
no shirt.
just
So it's a
shirtless
shirt.
party.
It's a top. It's a
That's a
topless
lie.
party.
There was shirts.
There were shirts actually.
Yes.
I made shirts.
Custom made shirts.
Oh, we're back to let Nick Scarpino throw you a bachelor party.
Yeah, but yeah, those are always fun. So if you go with a group of people who actually want to shell out cash, Vegas can be a blast. But yeah, it's not fun until that point.
I always fall in the middle. The PlayStation experience was nice from the expo side of it. I enjoyed that everything's inside of the hotel, or attached. All the hotels are attached to each other for the most part, so you can come down from your room, get over to the event easy. It's not like PAX or something, or PAX is pretty easy too. But like PAX East, where you got to come down, get a cab, go over there. You're late already. There's traffic. All that was removed from it. But like, I've never had I've been to Vegas a couple times, only for work trips. This would be my. I think I would say I'm gonna say I've gone 3 times. I remember the UFC trip. There was another trip in there I don't remember, and then this one. And this would be the first one where I was like, oh, I have money. I could gamble. And I'm like, I'm not really going to gamble. I don't know how, nor do I want to. I bet on the Mizzou game. That was a huge waste of money, as you'd expect. God damn it. But there was like that little bit of it. And then so outside of it was just drinking. Everybody always talks about the food in Vegas. I've gone to the buffets before. They're not just buffets.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The buffets suck, but there's great restaurants there, man.
Sure, I went to a great steakhouse, but it's a great steakhouse. Like, everywhere has a great steakhouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that's like, rare. Same thing.
Oh, is that the double entendre?
We went to Public House there, a restaurant.
Well
they
done,
couldn't even
Greg.
fucking
Well
they
done.
couldn't even come to figure out how to fucking service.
Damn.
We had to leave.
That was good.
Yeah, I heard you.
All right. It'd be nice if you gave me like some
Medium
sort of-
rare. I don't know why we're just saying the same stuff. The joke's already been made.
I don't want to.
There was a hot dog place.
I don't want to sit next to him anymore.
Yeah.
There was a
You
hot
have to
dog
sit
place
next to him now.
over in Collins. In his thing, I got all excited with Chicago style hot dogs. I got an Italian beef. It was all right. I mean, I wasn't expecting Portillo's Italian
no,
beef
definitely
here.
not. I ate
right
that, like,
at
7
Nick
times,
Scarpino. But by the way, we need to talk about this. This should have been a topic.
Oh, congrats.
Time out.
Yeah.
Should we congratulate him now?
Yes, we should.
Congratulations to the other Nick Scarpino.
Everyone knows that Nick Scarpino here, the producer/seducer, has a Twitter, and it's at Nick_Scarpino.
_Scarpino.
We've talked before on this show about at Nick Scarpino.
Yes.
No underscore.
He is the better version of me.
He's a great looking dude. He's got a really good looking profile picture. He wears a suit. He worked at Google. He had his life together. And every so often, you'd say something. We'd make a joke about switching the accounts. Our good friends here, the best friends watching the show, would then tweet at Nick Scarpino. And then at Nick_Scarpino would have to try to call the dogs off or whatever. At Nick Scarpino was always like, it's great. I don't mind. I should come on the show sometime. We're like, you should. You're great.
He's had a great sense of humor about the whole thing.
Yeah, you actually talked to him like, can I have the name? And he's like,
I hit him
no.
up
And you're like,
once, and I was like, "Hey, are you going to use this? Whatever. If not, can we switch accounts?" And he very politely declined, which I expected because I wouldn't give it up.
Yeah,
There. It's a
exactly.
great name. and a
He
great
got there
Twitter
first.
account.
Good for him.
He got there
And
first.
he's a
He had
marketing guy too.
Foresight.
He's a marketing
Foresight.
guy. His name's a big deal. Today, I get a tweet out of the blue from one of the best friends out there, one of our kind of funny best friends, saying, "Did you see that at Nick Scarpino is going to work for Portillo's?" And I responded, "What?" At Nick Scarpino. Then I clicked on his profile name, went through. He's leaving Google to go be marketing for Portillo's, like in charge of marketing for Portillo's. I don't understand
I don't get it either.
how the fucking universe works.
Yeah.
That this is our life.
Yeah.
That I randomly meet this dude, start working with him, become best friends,
Yep.
start a show and a business together. Then there's this other Nick Scarpino connected to Google, which I always thought was weird enough. We make our business on YouTube. Well, Google owns YouTube. That's
Right.
weird.
That's
Whatever.
weird.
We'll stop bugging you. And now he goes to work for Portillo's, my favorite restaurant. Named my dog after it. Almost got kicked out filming a video there. It's getting linked right here by Kevin.
Technically got kicked out.
We technically, well, no, we
ate
technically.
after that.
I was gonna say technically we didn't get kicked out. They just threatened to call the police if we continued to film, and then we went inside and ate our
Number
food.
7,
Yeah.
you're now in heaven.
That's yeah, it's
Number 9,
pretty.
you're doing a dime.
There are.
Number 9, you're fucking dead.
We're gonna tase you to death. There are some interesting alignments of the stars on this one, right? Where sometimes
I just don't understand how this can happen.
I just look for signs sometimes. I just want there to be a sign that tells me that I'm doing the right thing in life, right? Wouldn't that be much easier if there was just like you hit sort of a milestone and someone pops out and says you did the right thing, or go back and turn left there or whatever. This is sort of this is some sort of weird kismet sign that we are
Yeah.
in the right place.
We're doing
at the
things
right
right.
time.
Yeah.
We're on the right
This
track.
is correct.
Yeah,
like
right.
it.
There's another at Nick Scarpino. He is dashingly good looking, just like this one, and he's wildly successful, like I hope to be. And this is amazing.
Here's what I want to toss out. Next year, Halloween, you go as that Nick Scarpino.
I have to shave the beard. He's a baby face.
I know. And then you poof your hair up a little bit, and then you wear a suit, and then we get a piece of cardboard and put it behind you that's purple.
I'm fine with this, only if I can then go into a business meeting that he was supposed to be at and just act like him and see if anyone gets it.
Everyone will. No one will get it.
I like how you say act like him, as if you could do that.
I imagine he's a cross between me and James
And
Bond.
Christopher
you'll have to
Walken,
figure-
probably.
and Walken.
You'll have to figure it out.
Guys, pillows. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
I was
Be
looking
good.
for more. I
You,
wanted to know.
I,
You want
you,
more?
I see pictures of you every once in a while without your beard, and I remember that Nick, and you look like a different person to me.
I do.
Like
You do,
you, that Nick Scarpino is the more devilish to me. The more devilish Nick Scarpino that reminds me of when we were much younger and
the unbridled
drank
Nick
a lot.
Scarpino.
Yeah, I was a little smoother, like in both in form and in function.
I just that you is like almost another Nick Scarpino, a third Nick Scarpino.
We didn't know that Nick Scarpino as well.
He seems
didn't.
like he was so long ago.
He was.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
It was like 4 or 5 years. It was like
No.
2 years ago before the beard came into effect.
Yeah, I honestly feel like I did know that Nick Scarpino, like it just in a different way. Nick and I used to hang out with a huge group of people all the
We did.
time. I was
We
with
did.
Nick quite often actually.
We had like a wrecking crew for a while there.
Yeah.
We would just show up at places with like 30 people.
But now look, but that was when
2008, 2009.
That's when you thought he was invulnerable.
Yeah,
now
the first time.
Now we know how we know he's just he's a human being like us.
I am.
The first
He has
time
his
Nick
good days,
the
his
first,
bad days.
The first time Nick met Cheryl, we were at a Halloween party. It was 2008.
I love this story.
At Nate's old place in the Haight.
Yeah.
And he just like totally hit on my girlfriend.
Yep.
But he told me he was gonna do it. I was like, all right, I guess.
think
That was like the Nick I knew back then.
I think I told
Oh
you.
no, that's the Nick. That Nick
While
didn't
I
go
was
anywhere. That Nick went absolutely nowhere.
He's gone, Tim.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do-
don't
Tell
know.
I
that
think-
to
I do think
my
it-
best friend's girlfriend, who every time you see her, which has not been many times, it's that
Wait, which best friend?
Kurt. You'll talk to Kurt and you'll be like, "Hey, I'm gonna hit on your
Curran's
girlfriend."
wife
now. It's not wife, but it's
Close
just
enough.
like,
They're
I'm
they're
gonna
they're
hit on your
they live
girlfriend.
together and they're talking about getting a car and
Yeah.
planning babies.
They
in
got the
car.
dog. They got the dog. His
They
name
get
is
as good
Raja,
as- as good
named
of a
after
ring.
the tiger from Aladdin. And he's
Raja?
the best. He's a little corgi.
Okay.
Side note: I need like 5 minutes of your time this weekend at
Okay.
either a Target or a Toys R Us. Because I got to buy Mike Ransky's kid a present,
Okay.
and all she likes is Junior Disney, whatever the hell
I'm
that
super
means.
down for that.
Okay.
Also,
her
everyone
Disney
on Instagram, go follow Raja the Rascal.
No, don't do this.
Yes.
Don't follow this dog.
He's the fucking best dog ever.
Is he a little corgi?
My dog is in the room,
He's
Tim.
the second best dog ever.
Portillo's
I'm sure
looking
that
at me right now.
dog's way better than Portillo.
Portillo, attack. Attack Portillo.
Portillo,
Portillo, stop.
on.
Portillo, just
Come on.
stare. Stare at Portillo. He's just like this.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah. That's adorable.
And just read the
There's
caption.
something about
That's
there's
a really
something
cute
about
dog.
He's a good dog. He's
Well,
a good dog.
this is a
My
puppy stuff,
God,
right?
that's a lot of hashtags.
That's the best thing about puppies is that they'll fall asleep anywhere and you can move them around. They can do whatever you want. They're the
Yeah.
cutest thing.
That's wait, what is this? Oh, they're behind a Christmas tree. The that's a superfluous use of
Of the hashtag.
But see, that's how you get big on the Instagram.
yeah.
phone is so
He got
Instagram's
featured on
all
Corgi Nation.
There you go. See how many likes does it have now?
What's it called?
Yeah. Okay. How
Raja?
many? You read the
Wait,
number.
no, oh, just him? He has. Oh, it's loading. We're getting the loading here. 310
Likes?
followers.
Oh, I said likes on the image that
on
got
that
featured
picture?
on Corgi Daily or whatever.
Oh,
that
I
was.
don't know.
How do you say it?
hard to
What is
find.
it called?
How do you mean? You,
Raja the Rascal. Raja.
Raja.
The.
just like Raja the Wrestling Report. Remember that? Did everybody else go to that? You can still go to Raja.com right now and he gives you all the scoops on what's happening in professional wrestling.
he's a
It
thing.
was a big time site for me.
Oh my God, this dog's the cutest thing on the planet.
So
Portillo's
Vegas.
right here.
Vegas.
Yeah. Where do you fall on this Vegas train?
How
How many times have you
very
been to Vegas?
very similar stories to what you guys are saying, kind of. Where I think I've been 4 times now. 2
Okay.
for work, 2 for bachelor parties.
Pleasure.
Both bachelor parties were with Nick.
One was his and the other
One
was
was
Eric's.
his. One was Eric Hart's. Both were
Debauchery.
definitely like some of the craziest times of my life. The other times though, not so much crazy.
Yeah.
It's just work. You go. The weird thing about work events in the video game industry is it really doesn't matter where you are, because you go, there's a hotel, there's a convention center, and it's just like there's an airplane to get there.
Yeah.
But like they're all just essentially interchangeable. What's different is if you stay later, like extra days for vacation.
Sure.
Or else, who cares what city it's in? It's the same thing,
Yeah.
over and over and over. And at Vegas,
PAX, E3,
it just smells like
Vegas.
cigarettes. That's
Yeah.
the only difference.
I love it.
And it's hot.
But
It's,
yeah,
it's nice
it
this
is
time
a
of year.
little hot.
This time of year, it's really hot as balls there in the summer.
You know. I went there for DICE, and DICE is one of the like fancier video game convention things.
DICE is funny.
events. Huh?
DICE is a funny convention.
I don't
It's not even a
like DICE.
convention. It's more
DICE.
of a...
That's like for our industry people.
DICE
Yeah.
is for old people, and it was not fun for me at all.
Because you're a young guy.
Yeah,
You're
I
the
remember it was that was the event that I met Barbara from Rooster Teeth at, and it was just me and her and a bunch of old people, and we were just chilling. We're like, man, we are out of place here. and they're all cool old people. They're successful as shit old people, but they're old people.
Now
I should just preface that old to Tim is
I was gonna
anything
say
above
you're
30.
You're not sure how far away from 30 you are. What's old defined by?
No, I
for
mean
you?
these were old. Like these are like a lot of people like white hair. It was just all white hair.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it was
Everybody who
like,
worked on Atari cartridges.
yeah, exactly.
All right.
Like we're talking. Oh, geez. So that was an interesting trip to me. It kind of ruined Vegas. So it's just like, well, this isn't fun. And it was just and Andrew Goldfarb. It was me and Andrew Goldfarb chilling.
And Barbara.
And yeah, but that was only at a couple of parties. But it was just me and Goldie hanging out.
Yeah.
And that was when me and him had a really good bonding moment.
What was it?
We just
a raccoon
just,
come at one of you?
No, we were just like sitting together in the casino. It was really nice.
Did you
just
gamble at
talk?
all? Or
No.
just
How did
talk?
you
Yeah,
bond?
yeah, what did you
We
bond
just talked.
over?
We just talked.
Did
Had a
you-
nice
were you
talking
drinking?
moment.
No, these guys weren't drinking.
Yeah, I don't think we
Those
were.
aren't, that isn't the crew.
Oh, yeah,
that's out there
Tim and
getting
Goldfarb.
wasted.
Tim and
Like, back in the-
Goldfarb
knocking
fucking
a few
partying.
back.
Tim used to not want to touch alcohol. He was
But
a
yeah,
quaker.
but the bachelor parties, my God, I mean, we've lightly gotten into it before. Like bachelor parties in Vegas, it's the only way to do it.
It's the way to do it.
Yeah.
It's the way to do it. Throw some money at it.
Mm-hmm.
Get a cabana, preferably an adult pool, and just
That means no kids?
No, it means,
means
topless.
no kids and
No kids,
only,
no shirts.
Only a couple of them are optional. That's what they call it.
Oh, okay.
Toptional.
That's a big
Optional.
thing in Vegas?
No,
Oh yeah.
I've never gone to the cool things.
it's only when you do the research. There's only 3 pools in all of Vegas where you can do this. There might only be 2 now because one of them I
Yeah.
think was shutting down.
Well, just don't go to
There's
the other.
the
pools.
pool at the Mirage and the pool at the Mandalay Bay,
Mm-hmm.
which is where we stayed for Eric's bachelor party. Are you gonna drink out of that cup when
Yeah,
he's done?
probably. What do I care?
What you missed about it was that his face was like this, and he was just like, well, I couldn't reach it. Are you
How
done?
thirsty is.
What a labor of.
Cutest dog.
It's
my
just so
ass.
laborious. It's just so laborious for a dog to drink. Like,
You ever seen it in slow
Give me a
motion?
break.
It's like they punch
It's
the water
weird.
surface and then like try to catch it.
And it's weird. Their tongues do this thing that's like the opposite of a bowl, and it catches it upside down. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, it's like you'd think that the water's on top of the tongue. It's actually underneath it,
How do they
and
do
it like.
How do they do it? Nature. They just serpent suck it out of the water.
Yeah.
Buddy, what'd you do? You got the hiccups.
By the way, what Tim was talking about reminded me of the fact, a little known fact in the gaming industry, I guess by people, publishers and stuff like that, about how much everyone hates fucking preview events.
Yeah.
And when I I hate them. I hate them with every ounce of my being.
Yeah.
And I would rather I hate being having to fly somewhere and go somewhere just to see a game. You know?
Yeah.
Like
Come to my desk.
Why are we doing this?
Send me the bill.
Why are we doing
This
this?
is
me a
the
download
digital
code.
That's actually the question I
Everything
asked
is
myself.
digital.
Yeah, like every time they're like, you got to go to Utah.
I think
It
there's
feels
still
like it's
something-
cut back.
It's like, come on.
It's cut back, hasn't it?
It has cut back significantly, from what I can tell. I mean, I haven't had
No, I
it
mean,
go on in a while.
just
There
the
was
time
a
I've been
time.
at IGN, it's been night and day.
Because the first time I went to Vegas, I had to go to play EA games.
Yeah.
Which was fine. It was the first time I played Amalur, which is a fucking awesome game. But we were there for like 2.5 days to play 4 games.
Yeah.
It was when Mass Effect 3 was about to come out and stuff, and I'm like, why are we here? You know? Like,
Yeah.
why am I here?
The most elaborate
Why?
trip I ever went on was Vivendi. It was the Palm Springs trip, and it was
Was it for the 50 Cent Blood on the Sand?
no that was I'm sorry, that takes the cake. That's when we went to Cabo for 50
Yeah,
Cent Blood
hold
on
on.
the Sand and hung out with 50 Cent and his entire crew.
That
went
sounds like a trip you had to go
Off-road
on.
ATVing
Yes, but it wasn't.
with G Unit.
It was. It wasn't. The off-roading wasn't actually a part of the trip. It was just some kid in the house next door that had an ATV, and 50 was like, "Yo, let me ride your ATV." And they were like, "Okay." And none of the guys in G Unit knew how to ride a clutch, do anything with a clutch. So they were just burning this kid's clutch in first gear for 500 feet down the sand.
Oh,
then they'd turn
G-Unit.
around and they'd come back, and I was like,
Unit?
I forget who's the kind of older guy.
50
G-Unit.
Cent.
Tony Ayo.
It might have been him. He could not ride this thing at all, and everyone no one could grasp the concept because they weren't like motorcycle riders, that this thing had a clutch that you were supposed to pull it in and go through the gears. So this poor kid was like, I can't say no to 50 Cent because he
Yeah,
borrowed my
that's
ATV, but he might be destroying my engine right now. That was a fun trip. That was in Cabo.
It's just so funny to me with preview events because it's like going to these places. That's the first time
I flew to Cabo to see one game.
Yeah, I mean, that's
50
what
Cent Blood
I'm
and Sand.
saying. It's like a complete waste of time, and I just envision an entire industry because I think this is the way I am certainly. Like when we get an email and it's like you have to go to blah 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 to see blah blah blah, and I just picture all the editors in the industry just crossing their fingers hoping that no one asks them to go. You know, like that's basically like I pictures everyone at the same time sees the email and they're like, "Oh, please don't ask me to go. Please don't ask me to go." Like it's like really one of the great industry disconnects.
I think when
great
everything
secrets is like no one wants to go to these
when the
things.
recession hit and everything happened and THQ fell apart and blah blah blah. I think you saw not those die for sure, but take a huge hit.
Yeah.
Now it's super rare and it's usually like Assassin's Creed is in France, so you need to go to France like that. Okay, fine, but it's like it used to be. Every month there was some bullshit.
Yeah,
trip
it's
to
like
go.
I remember just being like, "Oh God."
Yeah, they flew me out to Florida to cover a wrestling game. They gave me great seats at WrestleMania, and all I did was one interview with CM Punk. That was it.
Yeah.
And I was like, we didn't even touch the game. There was no game involved. It was just an interview.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was always so mad. I'm like,
that. By the way, that was THQ, and that's why they're out of business.
Yeah.
It's like you're wasting my time. Like that's the thing that really bothers me. It's like just show me the game. Like even if they want to fly me somewhere and I have to go see something in a quote unquote controlled environment, pre-alpha state and all. It's like fine. Like show me game after game after game and game. Let me go back to the airport and be out of here. You know. Yeah. That's the kind of thing I always hated. Was like you're just wasting my time. The only reason I bring that up is because we were talking about Vegas, and Vegas reminds me. Of
Vegas is where the more opulent ones were. Like the UFC events were always cool. I always loved covering that game because you would play the game for 5 minutes, and then you'd get badass seats like ringside at a UFC. And back in the day, I used to love UFC. Still
they call it Octagon side.
Octagon side? I don't think they call it that.
What side of the octagon are you on? I'm
Pretty sure
on
they
the
call it
6th side. What are you?
7. I'm obtuse to that.
But the Vivendi trip down at the Parker in Palm Springs was
Are you
the
sure
craziest.
you're
Sierra Online? Excuse me.
Sierra, thank you. Yes, it's Sierra.
No,
I remember that.
Did I
That
say
was
Vivendi?
you did.
I meant Sierra Online.
Yeah, Sierra was
The last video game trip I did to Vegas, it was just me and Fran. And my God, was that a trip. So Fran Mirabella,
We know him well.
that man. He's a trip. He's fun. He's a character. He loves his hair. And we had to share this room, and it was fine. And then the bathroom had it was just a glass door. So he couldn't hide his morning routine. And oh man, he had some quirks that I just could not believe.
Did he lately when he gets dressed to go out at a high level, he dresses like a badass dangerous Cuban drug dealer. Where he'll wear a really expensive Burberry sport coat, but it's just the right shade of mint. You can tell that he poured over all of the mint sport coats until he found the perfect mint.
But when he looks that
closet
good,
he looks awesome.
Yeah.
I want to look like him, but I even don't have the patience to tailor the coat perfectly to my abdomen and
to my abdomen,
my abdomen, and make sure the shoulder pads are just the right amount of zhuzh.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
No, that's all he has time for.
What do you think his closet looks like? I always wonder because I actually one of my very first times coming to California, in 2003, I stayed with Fran for a few weeks on his couch. This is a long time ago when he lived in a totally different place, and he was editor of IGN Insider or something at that time. And I didn't know him like that. So as I got further on, I realized that over the years I've never really gone to his apartment ever again, and I want to just see that closet or closets.
I just want to smell it.
You want to smell it?
Yeah.
Because I just feel like all of his clothes. I feel like I put my button downs in my closet and then my coats and my all these kinds of things. I feel like his are actually everything's in order of color.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
On the spectrum, so he's got a shirt and a belt.
Actually, here's the deal about that though. I know Fran. He is an eccentric person. I bet he took months to figure out how to categorize his wardrobe.
He was like, well,
because he was technically everything should be in order of color, but then I would have a T-shirt next to a dress shirt, and that can't happen.
Yeah. So then he alphabetized the colors.
Then he alphabetized the colors, and then did a matrix of sorts to figure out mathematically how everything would work.
At his closet for days, just kind of.
Yeah, he did.
he wouldn't touch his face that much.
He doesn't have a beard.
He doesn't want the oils getting all up.
He grows a beard sometimes.
He does. He has a good beard
damn
too.
good.
And then
And
he's
it happens overnight. It happens like this.
Done.
Yeah.
And it's just... You're
It's
wow.
good.
It's
Yeah.
perfectly coiffed.
But going back to the Vegas thing though, I'll never forget this. He turned on his speaker system that he brought with him, and it had
The sleep sounds?
white noise.
Yeah.
And he just turns it on. He's like, I can't sleep with that. Are you gonna be okay with this? And I thought he was fucking with me. I started cracking up, and I was just like, of course, Fred, of course, classic Fred. I started sleeping. I was like, okay, when's he gonna turn it off?
No.
Nope, he's fucking serious, and it blew my mind, and I'll never forget because
You had the best night's sleep of your life.
no, I was fine. I can sleep and I'm okay. But then I woke up the next morning to him freaking the fuck out and panicking, and I'm like, what? He's like, Tim. I was like, what? I thought the place was on fire. This was when the Harlem Shake happened.
Yeah, I remember the Harlem Shake.
YouTube sensation.
Yes. We took
So
part
at
in that.
IGN, Alexis, this was one of the her first couple weeks working at IGN. She made everybody do the Harlem Shake at IGN, put it online as IGN Originals, whatever. And Fran was like convinced that I had something to do with this, and the video went up without him knowing that I had to do it with. And I'm like, what? I'm like, Fran, I have been sleeping here next to you. He's like, I know you had something to do with this, Tim.
Wow.
There's a viral YouTube thing on IGN, and how? I'm like, dude, no. And he was like, he didn't know whether or not to be upset because he knew that I was there the whole night. It just was great.
So at what point did you roll over and text Alexis in the night and say, do this?
All he
Probably
texted,
in my sleep.
all he texted her was execute.
Execute order 66.
Engage.
Then after that, me and Fran went out to get Buffalo Wild Wings.
Nice.
And it was awesome because that's what you do in Vegas.
He likes some spicy wings too.
Yeah, he got blazing.
He'll get the wings that if
Dude.
he's eating them across the table from you, your eyes will be
No,
watering.
my eyes were like watering up. He got the like when you go to Buffalo Wild Wings or like Wingstop or any of this
Yeah.
stuff. There's always the crazy option that's the challenge and all this shit.
Yeah.
Fran just fucking likes that. He got it and like he wasn't even trying to be cool. Like he's not even one of those guys that's like he likes this shit. He's like, hey, can I get a order of blazing? And the guy's like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, actually, can you put a little extra of the spice on it, just a little extra the blazing spice. And the guy's like, this is really hot. He's like, yeah, hey, do you have the blazing sauce too? Can I get it for this? I'm like, God damn it, Fran. It's like, crazy. And the guy brought it out, and then I remember him putting it down and just walking away and kind of looking like side glance at him, like, is he serious? And Fran, without even breaking a sweat, just eating it.
Yeah.
Keeping his conversation with me, not even mentioning it.
Fran loves that hot.
Fran's one of the greats.
Yeah.
Fran is one of the greats.
He really is.
Great soul time.
In a lot of
He's
ways.
a goat.
Mm-hmm. Fran's the goat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick,
yeah.
what's your topic?
Comes out of nowhere every time. Hold on.
How's it catch you so off guard?
It does. I don't know where. Oh, look at the corgi.
Luckily,
the
you've been
corgi.
looking at corgi puppies
The
on your
corgi's still
phone.
there.
Raja.
Okay.
Like how
My
you saw
topic.
Portillo and he stood up. He starts
Was it
drinking
supposed to
out
be? It
of
was
that cup.
this one, right? We decided.
Which one?
Not looking.
No, I'm petting my dog. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Comes from Twitter, as always. If you have a topic suggestion, please tweet at me, Nick_Scarpino. Put topic in the subject if you can, so I know
And
that's
CC
actually
Nick
a topic.
Scarpino. No, on this one.
CC Nick Scarpino if you
If
want.
it's
to.
about Portillo's.
Put the topic in the subject.
No, so I'm asking people to
There's
do this
emails now?
No, sometimes I'm in the tweet put hey GOG topic. Some people just ask me questions and I can't tell if they actually want me to answer them, so I start answering them. Then I'm like, wait a minute, they probably want this to be a
If
topic
someone,
of the show.
yeah, I was gonna say, if someone tweets at you like, "Do you want to have knives or hamburgers for hands?" It's probably for the show.
No, but sometimes people are like, no, like I get really confused, especially when they bring Taco Bell, my wicked mistress, into the equation. Where they're like, "What's your favorite Taco Bell order?" I'm like, "Well, let me tell you." I had to sit down and kind of study myself. Anyway, tweet at me if you have a topic, say GOG topic, and
Heads up too, Nick ate 2 things of pizza this weekend. So
Oh, I had a
you won't have
team
any fun
fat.
food with us.
I had a team fat weekend.
Good for you.
Tomorrow we're going out
100%.
to tomorrow we're going out to a team fat restaurant, and you're coming.
Oh yeah, you
And
guys
you
have never
better
been here.
fucking belly up to the bar and eat some fried chicken.
No, I'm gonna eat.
Here's the thing that Greg
I'm
and I
gonna
do.
eat a salad
No, you're not.
with a sprig of sprouts.
Sprig of sprouts.
On top
Don't know
of
if they have. I don't know if the chef
is that
deals
the-
in the sprig of sprouts.
Is that the quantity of sprouts? Is that how people
This-
do it?
the place we're
sprig.
The place
of
we're going
sprouts.
tomorrow is a Greg and Colin place, and we go there often. I go there a lot, and this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna drink between 4 and 6 old fashions because they make excellent. It's all bourbon.
Don't bring your car.
It's all bourbon,
I cannot drink.
and
I have
and you eat southern
2
food.
Christmas parties in a row. There's no way I can get
Oh.
hammered on Wednesday,
They're
Thursday,
holiday
and Friday.
parties, Nick. Come on.
Heads up, the Thursday. Thursday's
anything,
a rain out.
Yeah, anything happening on Thursday is not actually gonna happen, guaranteed. 3 to 8 inches of rain that day.
They're not going to rain out the holiday party.
I'm
Oh, I
still
bet you
calling
they
it.
What are they, Grinches?
I bet you they will.
Anyway, I will have maybe 1 old fashioned.
What the hell was that?
What?
What are they? Grinches mugged the camera?
They know what's up.
All right. You guys realize that I'm probably gonna I will probably eat my face off tomorrow. That's my problem.
You
That's
better.
You're not gonna be able to
You
resist
better.
it when
this
you see the
whole
menu.
weekend. That's what's been happening. Is I went to a holiday party on Saturday.
So all you do is go to holiday parties now.
Yeah,
we
I've
have
been
to live
a
the
whole bunch
shitty
of holiday
aftermath.
parties, and they had empanadas. It was an empanada party.
Holy shit.
So it was like savory empanadas, and then for the dessert, empanadas.
empanadas.
It was caramel and banana empanadas.
Damn.
And then after that, I was like, I really want something savory again. So my wife and I got Pizza Orgasmica. I got a bacon feta slice.
That sounds awesome.
It was really good. Then the next day, I carved out because I was like, I already screwed up last night, so
Yep.
why not just eat all day like a
Let's keep
madman?
punishing my friends.
I also, by the way, Friday night went out for a couple drinks with Ty and Craig, and had one too many, and decided it would be a great idea to get a hot dog at that
that place that's only open at night.
And only open at night, and also cheese bacon fries.
Oh,
when I say
good for
cheese
you.
bacon fries. It is nacho cheese and cheddar cheese.
Oh
bacon.
God.
It was great.
Damn.
So I was a chubber. Chubber.
I like chubbard
this weekend.
I like chubbard. I'm gonna use that.
Anyway,
Hashtag chubbard.
my topic, of course, comes from Twitter, and it is from Spataphora21. Says GOG topic. Who do you think is the most famous living person in the world?
Pikachu.
No.
Who is the most?
Not alive.
Barack Obama.
You think it's Barack Obama?
I think it's definitely he's
Most
definitely in the
well-known
conversation. Yes.
I was gonna say Clooney.
No way.
Clooney's pretty famous.
No way.
Yeah, I don't think he's famous enough.
You don't
I'm
think
saying
so?
Taylor Swift.
You think T Swift?
Yeah. Not even just because I'm a big Taylor Swift fan. I think that she is at this
You think
critical mass point.
Yeah, but she's no Beyonce in terms of fame. I
What
think
about
Beyonce
Bieber?
is a little higher than her. I think Beyonce's more than Bieber too.
Beyonce's bigger than Bieber.
What are we
think-
judging
I
fame
think-
on if you
I
think
don't know.
Beyonce's bigger than her?
I think you guys are all
Everything.
not even in the same stratosphere as Barack Obama. So I'm still waiting for you guys to. You're talking about fame. Fame is notoriety. People know you,
Yeah.
who you are, and
Yeah.
none of the names you're naming are anywhere near Barack Obama. So I'm waiting for you guys to hit me with something that's really convincing.
I think
that's
you're-
definitely
you're
not
understand-
Taylor
I think
Swift.
you're
Should we
understanding Taylor Swift.
Barack Obama's Twitter feed and see who has more Twitter followers?
If you want, I mean, it's.
I don't know if he has a
I don't
Twitter
think
feed or not.
that's. I know that
called the
Barack
White
Obama
House.
would give speeches in other countries and draw like thousands and thousands.
Yeah,
of
no,
I know that
people.
Taylor
That's
Swift does
weird.
concerts in other countries and draws thousands and thousands
Yeah.
of people.
I love how that is the hill you're gonna die on. Is that Taylor Swift is more famous than
I'm not
Barack Obama? You're
I don't
out of your
even-
mind.
I don't even think it's
Sorry,
something.
I hate to put it that way, but
Side note: I love that you've introduced the adage into my lexicon. The hill you're
You never heard that before?
No, Tim, have you heard that before?
No, I like it though.
What is it again? The hill you're
it's not a hill worth dying on.
a hill worth dying.
It's
All
like
right, so
it's,
it's-
in battles. It's not a hill that you would
You want to go take
like just let them
at
take
all
it.
costs.
Right.
Got it.
51 for Barack on Twitter, a million,
Mm-hmm.
and 48 for Taylor on Twitter.
Ooh, so Colin is
That's
correct.
irrelevant though. I mean,
No, this is the whole. There's no solution here. Is the point?
That's hard though because Twitter is hard because I think Ashton Kutcher or something like that has like the most followers, right?
Exactly. I mean, that's not the one barometer. There's
No,
no.
that's-
There's
yeah.
no way to decide.
that's not even
who
a
wins.
valid barometer to me. Here's the
How much
valid,
Beyonce got?
I'll check.
Was she even up?
Here's the valid barometer. Okay,
Yeah.
go to
Talk at me.
Finland. Talk to a 60-year-old man there and say who's the president of the United States, and they're gonna say Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Go to South
but
Africa
talk to an 8-year-old.
and talk to a. But the point is, you go anywhere in the world and talk to virtually anyone, and they're
Beyonce
gonna know.
has
And they're gonna know who Barack
Yeah.
Obama
14
is.
million.
Yeah. I
Go
think it's new.
to Pakistan and talk to a 20-year-old college student and ask them who Taylor Swift is. Then ask them who Barack Obama is.
Mm-hmm.
Then do that in St. Petersburg, and then do that in Oslo, and then do that in Cape Town, and then do that in Rio de Janeiro with all sorts of different people, and most of them will know the answer.
You make
to
a
who
good
Barack Obama-
argument.
I mean, it's just.
I'll
it's
give you
just-
that.
There's really no other answer.
But if you
gotta
asked
be
any of these people if they knew all the words to all the single ladies, do you think
No,
any
they
of
would
them
not.
could do that? Could,
At least the chorus.
If one of them were like,
I mean, the fact of the matter is, Barack Obama is probably one of the most famous Americans of all time.
it's
Well, yeah.
true.
And like that's not nothing that anyone. The only other person that really of our like lifetime that can really say the same thing would be like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I think Michael Jackson. He was the person that came to mind for me too. But
MJ
he's not alive.
back in
He's
the
dead.
day,
Yeah.
back in like mid '90s maybe.
Yeah.
MJ.
Well, earlier I said Pikachu. I like things that aren't alive. Change the question a little bit.
Things that aren't alive.
Yeah.
Things
Mickey
that
Mouse.
aren't alive.
Oh, like so you're saying fictional characters? Yeah, Mickey Mouse would probably be one of Mario. The
Yeah.
Q isn't the Q rating a really good thing to use for that? That-
Q rating?
Yeah, it's like the Q scale or whatever. It's like it's a scale that measures the popularity of specific icons and things.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
I remember
cool.
there was a long time period where Pikachu did beat Mickey Mouse for like years, and now I think it's back to
There was 1 or 2 years where the most recognizable character other than Mickey Mouse was Crash Bandicoot.
That's
It
insane.
was like 97,
Really?
98, yeah.
Wouldn't have
It's my
thought
boy,
that.
Crash Bandicoot. Bring him back.
Crash.
That was in the history of Naughty Dog that I wrote. They don't trust that.
Interesting.
The yeah, I mean, like honestly, like I hate to have such a definitive answer, but it's the only answer. It's Barack Obama, but that's just a product of the right now.
Yeah.
If you wanna-
So will
if
that
we want-
change? in a
Oh
couple
yeah,
years
well I think
when
so.
we're president?
I think so.
Will
Yeah,
it be
I mean,
Nick
you guys,
Scarpino?
you guys might
Holy
be.
shit!
You guys might be it. If you want to talk about the most beloved or the most
Love.
whatever, that's a different answer.
Who's trending? Yeah.
But in terms of like the person, fame is fame.
Love.
That's what that means. And it's not Taylor Swift and it's not anyone else but that one person.
I buy that.
Yeah.
But going back to, so say it was between Taylor Swift and Beyonce. Which one do you think is more famous?
Well, here's the thing. I can answer you right now. It's popular on the web via Google. Number one's Barack Obama. Then Oprah Winfrey, which I did think about.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Oprah.
Then Abraham Lincoln, who's dead. Then Beyonce.
Yeah.
Then JFK, who's dead. Then Bill Clinton, who knows? Then Marilyn Monroe, who's dead. Then Elvis. Then Kim Kardashian.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I forgot about
Tom
Kim K.
Cruise. Justin Bieber. Tom Hanks. Madonna.
And T Swift
Angelina Jolie. Selena Gomez. Taylor Swift.
Oh man,
Damn.
she's buried. She's buried.
Selgo's beating
Well,
fucking
this
Taylor?
is popular on the web. This is trending again. This is the point. Selena Gomez is not more famous than Taylor Swift. Period.
I mean, that's the thing, though. I don't know.
I don't even know if I can differentiate between their songs.
Selena Gomez was like...
I don't think you know
She had
one
Disney
Selena Gomez
shows.
song.
I'm saying I don't think I can differentiate between any of their songs. If you
Sure.
You could, because one is really good and the other one I've never heard before.
That's not true.
And you mean Taylor Swift's good?
Have I heard
and
it?
Selena
Yeah.
Gomez
You
are good.
definitely... You liked some Selena Gomez songs.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one's the one? What does she do? What's her big
The
song?
newest one's Heart Wants What It Wants.
Nope.
Okay.
No, don't know it. I know. Is it the one where it's like, oh, once upon a
It's a
time,
love song about
I
Justin
could've
Bieber.
found you, and
That's Taylor Swift stuff.
I- That's all I know.
There you go.
This is an interesting topic. To me, the more fascinating thing, I've talked to you about this on, people have done it before and magazines and stuff, is I would love to really sit down and thoughtfully rank just the most famous or most important people of all time. And this brings me back to that whole idea of, I know people have done it. Time did a really convincing thing when I was in college, most important Americans and stuff like that. But to me, it's like, because my brother-in-law and I used to have that conversation, and it's like, who would be on that
Who's the
list?
first person that jumps to your mind?
Jesus Christ.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he's probably pretty popular.
The people that come to my mind are like Jesus Christ, the revolutionaries in the United States. And I'm not saying that because we're American. I'm saying that because they are the first revivers of the republic, which everyone, the democracy, which is everyone. It influenced a lot of different countries from France to all the way down that tip the dominoes. I mean, those are really important people too. So you'd have to put like I wouldn't even put George Washington. I would put like James Madison or Thomas Jefferson on that list
As the most
noteworthy, like one of the most noteworthy people of all time, just based on their influence.
Yeah.
You'd have to put, but then I was, Greg and I even had these conversations. I think it's like, God, like you have to put like, Michael Jackson would obviously be on that list, but then you have to,
Einstein and Newton.
yeah, Einstein, obviously, yeah, Einstein.
You got to
for
put
sure.
Newton on
George
there.
Washington
Miyamoto.
Carver.
But this is when things get really George Washington Carver, yes, the master of the peanut. But this is where you have to like. This is the thing. Me and my brother-in-law were talking that when we were at our beach house in Jersey. And this was years ago. This was when I was in college. It was just like it gets really interesting because it's like you have to put all sorts of different people on there. Like because we were talking about specifically the most important Americans of all time.
Right. Well,
Americans.
Americans.
It's like who? Like I don't know. Like would you or noteworthy Americans of all time? And it's like, well, God, like. That's artists and musicians and just
Martin
random.
Luther King.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
gotta-
yeah.
You gotta
Like,
put
of
Martin
course,
Luther King. Like,
of course,
he's gotta be
of course.
top 5.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a really fascinating question. But I think alive right now, unfortunately, all the air is taken up just by fame and in ways as the administration has gone on, notoriety and for some people infamy even of Barack Obama. But like to me, that's the name. I mean, that was the obvious answer when I thought about it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't that way because. I would want us to be, known more for art or music or something than politics, but that's just the nature.
Well, do you think
that's just
so?
the nature.
Back when Bush was president, do you think Bush was the most popular? So it's just the American.
Not most
president
popular,
was
most
the-
famous.
He was
Yeah.
famous, yeah. He
Yeah,
wasn't popular.
probably. I mean, he was reviled though. But yeah, I mean, under the same.
Yeah, he started
under
a
the
couple
same-
wars, so
True.
That's because it's just a matter of like who America's got such influence on global politics that it's the most powerful person in the world is the president of the United States. So like it makes sense that you would know who that person was. So yeah, it was Clinton and Bush 1 and then Reagan and then I mean I kind of feel like that might have not always, but in the post-war era might always be the answer would always be the American
it
president.
would have to be at least from 80 on,
Or
right?
from
maybe 70 on.
I would say like from FDR onward. Like,
Yeah, I mean, after
And then
you have to go
Oprah's
from
number 2.
You have to
consistently.
basically go from like the beginning of World War II on, right? Because we have been responsible for like there have been just these epic eras every decade that has happened, right?
I mean, because like when you think about
And it's all been our president. Like, let's get us into Vietnam. Let's get us out of Vietnam.
World War II was fine, but
Now it's the Cold War. you know?
Korea and all those kinds of things. But when you think about like, do you know who the 3 presidents were before FDR?
I mean, Truman was one of them, wasn't he?
No,
Truman was after?
Truman
FDR.
was
What year was FDR?
33 to 45.
Oh, shit, no. Couldn't tell you.
Well, that's the point. It would be it would be Warren Harding, Calvin Coolidge, and Herbert Hoover, right? And they're three presidents that did things or whatever. They're very, but they're not important. But then when you get to FDR, and then you get to Truman and Eisenhower and JFK and Johnson and Nixon and Ford and Reagan, these are huge names.
Carter,
of course, I skipped him intentionally.
Well, do you feel like they're huge names because of the era of the time they went through, or do you feel like they're huge names because as the years went on, media kind of grew as well, and there was just more visibility on what they were doing, right? Because you're talking like if you're talking pre-FDR, you're talking like radio. There's no TV in that time period.
Sure,
right?
but
there's no like mass media.
But to me, American empire and American policemanship, as it were, started to grow after the war, and so it just became, obviously the proliferation of media fixed that. But I feel like the answer in 52 is going to be Eisenhower, and the answer in 61 is going to be JFK, and the answer in 75 is going to be Ford.
JFK is
and
like
cover
of Time magazine. That he was a wildly loved person. Why, I have no idea. I haven't studied enough. He was good looking.
The point is that I love American politics and love that, but I wish that our best known exports weren't our political elected leaders.
Well, I mean, I would disagree with you though. I'm glad that it is, but I wish it were for a better reason. I wish it were for the reason we all want it to be, which is that we are the thought leaders and the policy setters of the new, generations to come in these other countries, but we're not. We oftentimes just get embroiled in politics and get nothing done.
Sure. I just wish it was more of like our technological minds or our artists or our...
Colin's
we are known for that too.
Colin's rooting for Queen Bee.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I to me it's like Elon Musk or like one of these guys like those should be guys that like are capitalists and entrepreneurs and
they are well known. We've got what's his name, Virgin Galactic,
Richard Branson. He's British.
Is he British?
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Sir Richard Branson.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that. I've never heard the man talk.
Also the oi. He talks with the oi all the time.
I'm sorry. I meant but we do have the Google guys at least. We did make Google, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we had Steve Jobs,
Apple.
and so I think Steve Jobs when he was alive was in the top in terms of fame was top. I don't know, 20 probably. Because again, you're going into a third world country that doesn't use computers. They're not going to know who Steve Jobs is.
Yeah, they're not going to know.
But
everyone in Europe would.
I don't know about that, man. Steve Jobs.
I bet they would.
I don't know if you're in like Rwanda, they probably have had some bigger things to worry about. But they know that the president of the United States can help them. It's an interesting question. We should unpack it and then put it back in the box and then talk about it.
Put it out into
later.
the world.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm down for that.
I don't ever want to talk about it again.
Okay.
It's done.
Okay,
It's always gonna be the president.
Yeah, I ruined the question. I'm sorry.
Well, no, you didn't ruin it. And that was my argument. My argument wasn't Taylor Swift's more popular than president. I think she's close to that sphere. I agree with you.
She's probably
when,
top.
When the question's asked, it's Barack Obama.
I would say she's top in turn. If you pooled the world's people,
into
all
one room.
6 billion. If you just you could read their minds, whatever. I think she'd be top 25.
Yeah, Taylor's in an interesting spot right now because she is in that like initial whoosh of like
she's blowing
super mega stardom.
Yeah.
I wonder how long she's going to keep it. Hopefully forever. And
sure.
we
Well,
can
that's
only wish.
impossible.
But it's like
Madonna
not forever.
Madonna
but
was
like,
a big deal, and now she's fallen off a bit.
Yeah, but she
did that
she had a good
Austin Powers
time.
song and went away.
Yes.
Austin Powers.
Yeah. And wasn't that from Austin Powers?
Wait,
no? Which one was it?
That was not Austin Powers.
I don't know.
You're thinking she did a Bond. She did a Bond
No,
thing.
she definitely
did
did
Die
an Austin
Another Day.
Powers song.
I kind of remember what you're talking about.
What is
Googling
that
it.
song though?
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think that was Austin Powers.
Everybody can just
I know
shut
that
the fuck up.
song, and I don't
sure
think
it
that's
wasn't-
it.
The song I just sang was not the right.
Are you
No,
sure
that was
it
not
wasn't
the Austin
Beyonce?
Powers.
Was it Papa Don't Preach?
Was it like
That
a
was
virgin?
that was a Kelly Osbourne song. Duh.
Was it Lucky Star?
Oh, Lucky Star's a great song.
Oh, it's so good. Every time I hear
Madonna back in the day was so awesome.
Britney Spears did a
Beautiful Stranger. That was
I
it.
don't know that.
It prominently features Mike Myers in the role of Austin Powers as his fantasies of being with Madonna become fully realized.
You've heard that song before.
Beautiful Stranger.
Beautiful Stranger. From the album. God damn it, Wikipedia. I'll donate to you another
Play
time.
the song, homie.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Play it, G.
All right, fine. Backing out. But it's from the album Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. No, it's already right here. I don't need your stuff. DailyMotion.com's got me covered. Speaking of Oprah, did you see the new
Oprah.
Epic Rap Battles of History?
I did. Oh,
You didn't like it?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
You've started to dislike a lot
You
of
turned on
things.
YouTube.
No,
You're old
that's
now.
not
You,
true.
you
turned
didn't
on
like
Not true
you
at all.
didn't like the year-end thing.
Yeah,
We were watching that
YouTube
today.
Rewind. It was
you
okay.
used to be all up on that thing's jock.
Yeah, because it was good.
But
Now
you
it's
even
just okay.
Ooh.
do you feel, Tim? Let's unpack this for a second.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's listen to the song first.
I'm just going to jump to the good part. Oh, God. It's 46 seconds in, it's still a goddamn intro.
Austin Powers.
Oh yeah, I remember this song. This is a good song.
It's a good
I
song.
don't remember this.
Look at see him dancing. That's Austin Powers.
Do you remember this, Kevin? Yeah, no.
Was this
Listen to the
Austin
hook.
Powers
Wait, listen to
2?
the hook.
I can't. That's too much. They're gonna come for us.
They're not gonna come for us. You and I have sung an uncanny journey before,
Yeah, it's true.
and they didn't come for us.
I haven't heard this song in a long time.
time.
This is the pre-chorus, right? This is the pre-chorus?
Yeah, that's pre-chorus.
This is beautiful.
Well,
Stranger
Greg,
Things.
you never.
I'm not gonna take the strike for you, buddy.
They played the entire Mask theme last week, and
Nobody-
no
it's
one
'cause
gets-
striking Mask.
They're
Come on,
begging us not to.
Ma-
do
ma-
it.
Dude, I thought
Mask.
Mask came up again today at work, and I was like, "What?" But they're actually talking about the Mask.
the
Yeah.
Jim
This
Carrey
80s
movie.
cartoon Mask, man, it's something special. apparently.
Mask.
Mask. They were talking about Mask with Eric Stoltz.
No, they weren't.
Yes.
They were.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
so
not
they were
the
talking about
Mask.
a different, another Mask.
Now there is Mask with the acronym,
Yeah.
which was the cartoon show.
Uh-huh.
It had periods. There's the Mask,
Mask.
with Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz's
Classic.
first movie, classic. She looked amazing and never looked better. And then there's Mask, which was a really, really, really deep drama in the 80s with Cher and Eric Stoltz about a guy who had like was it elephantitis? No, elephant. The
I
same
think
disease,
it
the
was-
Oh,
elephant
that
had,
movie.
Something like that.
where he
Dude,
had
that
a
movie's sad
face
as
that
shit.
looked like a mask. It was really, really sad. And it was
Yeah.
based on a true story.
And then there was the movie Man in the Iron Mask.
with
There
Leonardo
was
DiCaprio,
that, yeah.
that which is a remake of
Yes.
the old Man in the Iron
Yeah,
Mask,
yes,
movie,
yes, yes.
which was a
Then there was
But
Man
they
in
must
the
get-
Moon.
Then there was
Andy
Man.
Kaufman's
Yep,
story.
I remember seeing that very well in the
Yeah.
movie there.
So we're just moving off the Mask.
Then there
thing
was
here.
Manhunter,
cool.
which is the prequel
Again,
to
no Mask there.
Silence of the Lambs.
Then there was Schlong.
There was a Mask in Silence of the Lambs.
There's Schlong Hunter,
Yeah.
which was the popular porno movie that
Schlong
Greg
Hunter.
reads all the time. Greg likes the transcript of that. He's like,
I just read the I read the teleplay for it. I
And
like it a
then
lot.
the man stood up, and with him stood his manhood, and the woman wept, and then they made.
Why is
love.
Morgan Freeman reading it?
That was spot on, right?
And the waters
And the
are
waters
receded.
are receded.
Watched Transcendence on the plane last night.
What'd you think of that?
Yeah, it was fine. I was working while I was doing it, so
Sure.
it was the right kind
Guys,
of
you
movie.
work too much. I worry about your stress.
Nah, you don't worry about me enough.
I was out on that flight. That was great. That was great.
Did you sleep fine when you got home?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my fears. If I slept on the plane, I wouldn't be as tired. I
We
wouldn't
were
be
on
tired.
an empty plane. It was awesome.
Yeah,
I just laid down.
Everybody's in
on
their
the
own
row.
row. It was great.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Colin,
Yes.
what's your topic?
Let's talk about, it's the holiday season,
Mhm.
whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. You're going to be buying some gifts
Some gift giving.
for some people.
The
for some
old gifts.
How do we feel about that?
Hate it.
Hate it.
Wish
love
people
it.
wouldn't give me things, so I don't have to give
Exactly.
them stuff.
That's where I'm at.
exactly right. I
what I
say that
do.
all the time. I mean, my girlfriend gets mad because I say that to her too. I'm like, I won't buy you anything, and then you don't buy me anything, and that's great. And then we don't have to. We can just save
Yeah.
our money, but everyone, it's a whole circle of guilt.
Rigmarole.
It is.
It is a
rigmarole.
rigmarole. It is a
It's a
rigmarole.
racket.
With my family, I have instituted that policy. I actually don't. I like buying the things. I like buying the gifts. I like the going. I like the dealing. I actually like dealing with the crowds. It's the Christmas spirit.
Really?
It kind of feels fun.
You're
if
psycho.
if you go early enough, like if I go this weekend, it's going to be fine. If you go the week before Christmas, and I made that poor choice once and only once, it's chaos, and I don't ever want to do that again. So I like being in the malls when it's Christmas time. I like seeing the trees. I was down in Fashion Island over Thanksgiving, and because it was the day after Thanksgiving, they lit the tree up, and it was really cool. I like being around the spirit. I don't think that adults should get each other presents for Christmas ever.
Yeah.
I just think
Period.
that past a certain age, Christmas
agrees
is
with you.
for younger people. Like, for instance, I'm going to Aransky's. We had Aransky on the show a couple weeks ago. Going
What
to
up,
his,
Mike Aransky?
Mike
Phobia.
Aransky,
Available now.
Check it out. Phobia movie.
Just Phobia. Just go find. Just watch this.
Just, get
a movie
get a
phobia.
phobia or just Google phobia.
It's not a phobia of movies.
No, it's a movie about phobias.
Okay.
I'm going to his daughter's 2-year-old her
I love you so much.
his daughter's birthday, second birthday, and
Daughter had a birthday near Christmas.
I know it's
Shame.
bad. That sucks for
Screwed that
her.
up, man.
It's like my
But I'm
brother.
looking forward, like I said earlier, in 2 topics prior, to buying her a Disney present. Right? It's fun. That's what it's for. One day, hopefully, I'll have a niece or nephew, and I'll buy them the crap out of Christmas
Out
presents.
of Mask toys.
Yeah,
you know you're gonna.
I'm just gonna give them a mask toy every year in
Yeah.
my old collection and see if they notice, like see how long it takes. But yeah, I just think it's like, why do we do it? Why do we do it? It's a tremendous waste of
Because
money.
you want to show that you love somebody that you don't talk to or see any other time of the year.
Right.
And so the best way to do it is to buy them a nut platter or some garbage.
Right, something
that
from
nobody
Williams
wants.
Sonoma that no one's going to use. You're just going to put
Yep.
in your drawer and never
Yep.
you see it again.
Give me the money, help me pay off my bills, or just get the fuck out. Just don't even
Yeah.
bother. Don't give me anything.
But I mean,
I really like buying presents for people.
The perfect present's great. But that's why I like giving gifts year round. When you see
That's what
something
I'm
that
saying.
fits with the
Yeah,
person.
if I see something, I will buy it for them.
Yeah.
Like pretty much no hesitation. I'm like, I want to give this person if I like them. If they're in my like high tier of like, I will fucking buy you presents whenever. If not, fuck that. You ain't getting a present for me. I don't care
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, Christmas and stuff, I'm just not down with that. Birthdays and stuff, I'm like, damn it. And then I only buy presents for people when I'm guilted into it, on Christmas or on birthdays. It's very few people.
You know, the present I consistently forget or never think about is the wedding gift.
Oh,
Usually
God.
on the car to the wedding, I'm like, oh, you're supposed to get something for this, right? Fuck.
Mm.
Yeah,
Give
just
them
get
money.
the card and
you
put
have
the
a
money.
while.
Money, yeah.
You have a while after to get the wedding present.
Well, yes, because nobody's opening them usually right away.
Yeah, no,
They're
you
not-
can
they're not
send it to
thinking.
them up to like 6 weeks after. It's considered okay.
Okay.
I think
Really?
6 weeks. Yeah.
Does Christmas work that way?
No Christmas if you don't
No,
get
if
it
you
on
don't
the
have
day
it.
of,
Christmas
you're
is like
disowned.
anniversary or Valentine's Day. You got to hit it on the nose. You can
Yeah.
go early for Christmas.
See, I gotta figure it out. I gotta meet a girl whose birthday is around Christmas.
No,
No,
you
this
don't want to
doesn't
do
make
that.
sense.
Here's why. My wife's birthday is on the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Does that get me out of getting
Double
her two
whammy.
things?
No, see, I want
No.
Christmas. It needs to be on Christmas.
You still got to
And
get her
our
two gifts.
anniversry needs to be Valentine's Day.
So you
can
don't
Then
forget
remember.
them?
two
That's up to
presents a
you.
year.
That's up to you. You can handle the
You
Valentine's
still got to
Day.
get 4. It's worse because then you have to buy more or
You
a
gotta make
bigger
a big deal
present,
out of that.
I'm okay with that.
and it costs you the same anyway as 2 presents.
For me, it's go big or go home. So if I'm going big.
Valentine's Day. Oh, we'll save that for
Valentine's
another time.
Day
Valentine's Day is the fucking worst.
is
It's the worst.
dumb.
It's the worst.
Do not
No, I hate it.
celebrate this holiday. If you're going to do it,
Why? You just s- one day
Go out.
That's one person, and just a heads up, and I love you. That's all it is.
No, that is not
it's
all
not
it is.
If you go out on Valentine's Day, every restaurant has a fixed menu. It's twice as expensive.
That's why you cook for your beloved.
You can do that. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, don't buy into the whole rigmarole of Valentine's Day. Right? Don't take someone out.
Unpack
Don't get the crap chocolates. Don't
Yeah.
worry about.
Don't give
do
me the Ninja
something-
Turtle cards.
And by the way, you should not need one holiday to show your significant other that you love her.
But
or him.
sadly, you do.
no, I don't.
Yeah,
It's like all
yeah, it
over
is.
weekend.
Because even my girlfriend, I
It's
think,
not a real thing.
she's a pretty down person. She doesn't, I say things, I'm very curmudgeon-y, and I say things like, I fucking hate this, and she's like, well, all right, that's fine. But when I say, like, I'm like, I fucking hate Valentine's Day. Like, I fucking hate it. It's so dumb. It is a fucking ploy. It is a capitalist ploy to get us to spend money, and it ruins
It guilts
relationships.
you into spending money.
And she's like, no, I like it. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, it's like,
you put up with my other shit. So
I know
gotta
it's
do
like
this.
because then we have to, and I'm like, I want to. We go out to eat all the time, like all the time. We go out to eat. We
it's fine establishments like Chick-fil-A,
yeah,
Wingstop.
no doubt. But no, we like every like
The
twice
Spaghetti Factory.
twice a month or so. We go to a really nice restaurant and spend a lot of money, and because we like to eat. I mean, we like food, and I buy her things when I can. When I see them on Christmas, I buy her like extraordinarily expensive gifts because I understand that it's important to her. I bought her a fucking Vitamix last year, which is really fucking expensive, like $500. So and then I felt bad. I'm like, shit, I bought you like a domestic present.
Yeah.
But she was like, no, I love it. I'm like, all right. And this year she wants me to buy her a mixer. I'm like, works for me. Benefits me very much. But with Valentine's Day, I'm just like, I want her to hate it so that we can just not worry about it. Because then I have to, it's the flowers and it's the fucking, it's just too much for me to handle. Too much.
Yeah, my wife and I don't. We will do, if Valentine's Day is a Friday or a Thursday, we will just go out and grab something, with just the two of us. Obviously, that's all there is. The day or two before.
Those are like that's the one time I'm not invited to go eat with you.
It's so funny. It's true. You do that a lot. You call me that's fun a lot. Yeah, I think it's just it doesn't make any sense, and I hate that we are constantly as a society, this corporate society that we live in, trying to make more Valentine's Days, more stupid things,
Yeah.
like Dinosaur Day or something else like that. That's
Okay,
That
this
doesn't
was
exist.
take
That's
that
not a real
back.
thing.
It's not stupid.
it's a real thing. Tim can verify, and
I
people are
don't
try.
know that, but I hope so.
No, there was
Every
I
day's
mean,
Dinosaur
like, whether, like
Day,
it's
really.
National Wing Day or something stupid like that. Those
Just
exist.
National whatever
National
day. So
Pizza
hey,
Day?
go out and buy someone a friggin' present and
Yeah, but
stoke
see,
the economy.
they're not
I
making
feel like
those
the internet's
holidays.
changed all this. Like that. Why was that made?
No, they
So
were
that
trying-
companies can get
No.
hashtags trending.
Wasn't like
and it's
wasn't
cool.
yesterday supposed to be like Green Day or something? Not Green Day. Was it
Fucking Green Monday.
Green
Let's not
Monday.
even start with that shit. They're going overboard with this.
It's going
like,
overboard, right? It's just
yeah.
too much. Like every day can't be special.
What was Green
Sorry.
Monday?
Green
Some
Monday.
days are just
it's
a friggin'
Cyber, like
Tuesday.
it's Black Friday, Green Monday was just like the continuation, like
The next
way
You
week,
can
late.
buy more stuff.
Cyber Monday,
Yeah.
then
Hey,
Green Monday.
don't you like the
everyone-
deals?
Everyone's complicit in it. You know, that's the thing is like, you know, I can tell you right now that Cyber Monday is a different. I bought a hockey news subscription that day, I guess, for cheap. But like
Merry
but-
Christmas to Colin.
But Black Friday was $25 for a year. It's awesome. It's a great deal. It's like a bi-weekly magazine. The
complicit.
yeah, but on Black Friday, like you never see me out there on fucking Black Friday.
Well, that's the thing.
if everyone
Fuck Black Friday as a thing where you go to, but the internet makes it so easy. You just sit home and fucking.
well, that's really the answer, right? Is that like Christmas shopping's a pain in the ass, but I have nephews. I have let's see, now I have 4 nephews and 2 nieces. So I buy lots of presents. I bought them a PlayStation 3 and stuff like that. Like I buy them like all sorts of shit because I love, you know, treating them nicely, especially because I don't see them. We rigged an election for my nephew last week.
Did they win?
Yeah.
By a
Yeah,
landslide?
he won. Yeah, we totally rigged
So
it.
there's-
Rigged an election?
Yeah.
Hey,
It was-
side
it
note,
was- it was-
just everyone out there, if you're going to rig an election, don't go on camera and put that shit on
It's
YouTube.
not a
It's
real
not,
election.
it's not really,
It
and
was
it's
an
not
election
really
for a
rigging
booty.
it. Yeah, so my
Sorry,
my
what?
4-year-old nephew entered this
Slipper.
slipper design contest, and it's just like and it's like a person I think of each age, so like 4 through 10 or something. They all design like the slippers. He designed like little flamingo slippers, and the top 3 winners. So that's why I didn't feel bad because the top 3 people win out of 8. Their design gets made and they get sent to them.
What about the other 5 kids that you totally asked out?
Well, so I just I said
you're tainting this kid's perspective of the world.
no,
because
he doesn't-
No, he learned what happens. Famous people win.
fame is good.
But so I just tweeted out, and Greg tweeted out. I'm just like, I could really use your guys' help, but my nephew can use some votes.
I tweeted out, "We're rigging an election. Vote for Colin's nephew."
and lo and behold, he won the election.
How much? But what was the final count?
I don't know. I didn't look. He won.
Did he cream that girl?
I don't know.
There was a girl. Here's the one thing: is it was rigged because the girl slipper were hamburger slippers that looked like hamburgers, and they were really good. And then this one, the Colin one, which I voted for, of course, had flamingo. It was a good-looking flamingo, but then he had drawn on arms, extremities, and it's like, well, they're not gonna make that.
He's
That's-
4 years old. She was the person that he was competing against was 10, I think. But I don't remember what we were talking about there. But anyway,
It was a booty contest.
so
I'm
he
talking
won,
about a
so he
booty
won the
contest.
contest.
yeah, he and the other girl won too, and then one other person won.
What did he get out of it?
make
The
a slipper.
design gets made, I think, for them, and that's it.
They're not gonna include the legs, guaranteed.
But the point is that I try to do random nice things for them because I never see them, right? Like
Yeah.
so, like they put that on Facebook, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this for my nephew because he probably doesn't really know who I am, Even though I just look, I remember when I saw him like last year, and he was like mystified because I look just like my brother, and he was like just kept staring at me, and I'm like, I'm not your dad. I look like him a lot though. So like I just go on Amazon and I just I take some time and look through the gifts in there because there's so many options, and I'm like, this looks great for my niece, and this looks great for my nephew, whatever, and then I just put them all, have them all sent to my mom in Virginia, and then my
Does she
mom
wrap 'em?
wraps them
Yeah.
up and gives
Oh
them to
yeah,
them.
that's the station right
See, I
there.
bring it if I'm gonna give kids gifts. I want to be there for it. It's like when I go back to Missouri or when I go back to Chicago and run into these kids. That's when I give them a lot of gifts.
It was me.
Especially because it's out of the way. Well, they got to try to make sure they remember me because they never see me. These kids
Yeah.
age so fast, they forget all about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't have anyone like that. I only have one brother who doesn't have any kids. My sister-in-law, I think, is toying around with the idea of having kids. I want her to get pregnant fast so that I can start buying really expensive things for the kid.
The problem is that's not what's gonna happen. It's a shitty situation.
Why?
You're gonna have 4 years of having to buy shitty toys.
Yeah, okay.
You can't buy them the cool stuff yet. You can't get them the action figures, the video games.
Oh, no, I'm going to buy him all the cool stuff. I'm just going to stockpile it for him. Like every video game system until they can actually play it. So they're going to have like a PS4.
When they don't even need it anymore.
They don't need it, but they'll have it.
Right, exactly.
And they'll be like, Tim, they'll just sell it on like eBay for like some sort of profit somehow.
Dude, it was so exciting when 2 of my nephews got, one of my nephews is I think 8 now or 9, and when he got old enough to like, it was a couple years ago, like old enough to really start playing games, even maybe more than that, I bought him a PlayStation 3. He was like so excited. I was such the cool uncle,
Yeah.
And I remember my sister just like shaking her head and being like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" Like, what did you?
That's
do
a very
this for?
expensive
Game's been
present
good to
for
me.
a kid.
I was like, the die is cast.
All right, here's what I want to put on the
Yeah,
record.
yeah, he's not playing football.
The
Screw
voting's
that.
closed, so they've already hidden the results. But I do want to say that they have other shoe designs on, like I guess the real shoes, the real slippers. They have a shark that has fins and a tail, so it's not impossible that this flamingo might have arms. I still don't think it'll happen because he drew little stick figure crappy arms, and then they'd be like
flamingos have arms?
pipe cleaners coming off this thing, and then also this in reality this would be like a mutant flamingo because its head, its nose would be this big, but then it had these little fucking arms.
Why are you talking shit?
I'm just saying.
Because the one thing about this, and I was talking about this with my
Anatomically correct,
I
probably.
was talking about this with my girlfriend, is that here's what I loved about this. That some of those slipper designs looked like they might have gotten some help from some adults. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not necessarily throwing some accusations out there. It just looked like maybe some were a little too clean.
That hamburger slipper did have.
Says the man who rigged a 4-year-old's election. You're throwing those stones at that glass house pretty hard, my friend.
And so I'm just going to throw that out there. This was drawn by him by himself, and the reason I know this is the beauty of it, and this is why I was really proud of him and why I wanted him to win and draw attention to it, is because his parents are both professional artists and didn't touch that shit at all.
Right.
And that's why. And,
Do you
and
think, did they cringe when they saw?
Oh, they
it?
probably were like, "Oh my god, what is this?" You know, my brother's an animator. He works for a huge company. People out there have probably seen his work before. And my sister-in-law is a fine artist, a painter, and she's an art teacher. So like, they have bona fides, let's say. You know, they're able to. They're very good at what they do, and I like that. When I looked at that design, there was no markings of any of my.
You're
brother
like, this is just terrible.
It's just
let's get it.
No,
But
it's
you know what?
he's 4 years old. I mean, he did. It was a funny and a cute thing, and in terms of the concept of the design, I think it's certainly one of the better ones. You know, so
I will say
I'm proud
this:
of him. And he won the election.
You taught him an interesting lesson, right? So when we grow up, we're taught to be fair. Everything we see, every TV show, every movie, always ends with the person trying to cheat and then getting knocked down, but then learning the more important lesson, which is that cheaters never prosper, and you have to be, true to yourself, and that's really winning. But in reality, that's not how it works. In reality, you use every leg up you possibly can to get ahead in life, right? That kid is going to remember that. Maybe he won't remember it outwardly, but subconsciously he's going to become looking for those advantages in life. And one day he's going to grow up and he's going to be Tim Gettys.
It's going to be fun. I knew this was coming. I knew all of this was
That's what
leading
Tim
to somehow.
Tim Gettys wouldn't fight a fair fight if my life depended on it. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't.
But we'd win though.
But why? But see, here's the thing about this, right? And I was talking to someone about this about this particular election. Was all I said on Facebook and on Twitter was, "Hey, my nephew's in this drew this design. He could really use your vote. Please vote if you have the time." You know. And people voted. And some people even posted, like, I got to vote for that other girl or that other person that the design was better. So I definitely got votes for other kids. That's the first point. The second point is a secret ballot. I'm not holding a gun to anyone's head and telling them to go to this thing and vote. And if you go to this thing,
this is so funny how serious this is.
Certainly you can go vote for anyone else.
I'm switching my point on this real quick though, because I just realized that how is this any different than a lobbyist?
Well, this is the point I was.
This is a super PAC.
This is the point I was making. A person,
we don't have any of those. We're fat.
Politician A goes on Twitter and is like, "Please go vote for me today," or someone supports a candidate or endorses a candidate and says, "Go vote for him." It's really literally no different.
Yeah,
we're using the word rigging because it's funny, but in reality, like, you're doing no different than like
it's an
than like
internet
just being
vote.
like,
you all could have voted. Sorry, all your other shitty parents and fucking cousins didn't have an internet show, but look at us now, right?
and
your design is.
The funny thing is that we kept going back and forth with another contestant that clearly had tons of people that supported her as well.
Well, that was before I threw my power behind the flamingo shoe. I'd like to think that after that it was off to the races and it was over, and that girl was just like couldn't understand it.
Yeah,
she's looking at these numbers this flamingo shoe's putting up. It's like,
but it makes him. You know what I'm happy about is it makes him feel good and
that's really
and loved and it really. I mean, these kinds of things. No one's organically voting in this slipper contest, right? This is like people going on Facebook and like being like, please vote, please, like, this isn't like an essential issue, right? Like people are putting on, parents and cousins all putting on going on Facebook being like, please vote for this thing or whatever, and we
it's
just
not making CNN, right?
Exactly, and we just had the most support. Oh well, some kid wrote on my thing. He's like, this is, you're ruining something like you're ruining the election or whatever. And I'm like, it's the grassroots vote game, bro. This is how every election works. You got to get down. You got to get down in the trenches, fucking knock on some doors, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm knocking on some doors. I'm asking you for your support
by physically getting down in trenches and/or knocking on doors. You just tweeted
exactly,
but it's the same thing, really.
Exactly. So I'm proud of him. Good for him. He won. He's gonna have his fucking slippers now.
Good.
That's awesome.
I'm really
the Moriarty clan wins.
Good story.
Do they make them in man size?
Can I have some of these sweaters? I'd
like to. I don't know. We'll find out. I guess.
Right.
Hey, question. Why don't we wear slippers on this show? I would feel way more comfortable right now if my feet and my toes were in some slippers instead of these Vans.
I don't know. I like.
We could get Kevin some slippers, so instead of putting his feet on the wall, he could be putting.
Oh yeah, I love that way you put your feet on the wall. It's good.
Yeah, that's awesome, Kev. Thanks for leaving footprints on the wall.
Bitch, Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
Couple things about Kevin people don't know as they get to know Kevin a little bit more. He's a very close talker.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
likes to be close to you. He thinks it's funny when you're in the middle of your most stressful point of the day to come up and be irritatingly close to you.
Says the guy today who I have headphones on. It's not going well. Tim's been hearing me curse all day at Adobe Premiere, and you come over like, "Oh, Last of Us, huh?" Start playing. You're like, "Ooh, can I walk into this wire? What's that thing over there?" No, I'm like, "You've played this game. Like, you've played this part. Just go."
I don't know what it is about Greg, but people think that Greg is mean to me. I have it coming. I'm very antagonistic against him during the day. I screw with you a lot because I also know that you are focused on a billion things. Sometimes I'll ask you questions that I know the answer to, or I don't even care about the answer. I'll just throw it out there. Greg, what's the square root of 9?
Well, you know I don't answer that question.
Isn't it 3?
Yeah, but I don't care.
No.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's a really interesting dynamic because the three of us,
Why they sat us
Nick
next
and
to
Greg
each
sit
other is
right
beyond me.
next to each other in a triangle, and then Colin's just way off over in this dark corner that he took the lights out of because he needs it dark.
a friggin'
It's funny
vampire.
because we can never see him, but then when Colin needs to say something to us, he'll step up and he does this thing which it's a little
Prairie dog. He
dog.
does that prairie dog move.
It's awesome.
Prairie dog. And
But otherwise, yeah, man, the interactions between us usually are just me and Nick will be saying something. Usually it's, offensive.
It's inappropriate.
Yeah, and then Greg just does the thing where he just kind of sits there and just, sometimes we'll get a G's. Yeah, every once in a while it's the G's.
If
Every
you think
once
they're
in a
bad
while.
on this show, imagine what they're like when there's no camera and microphone.
Oh,
on
when
them.
we can say whatever we really think.
Yeah.
It's intense. I get a chuckle out of you every once in a while.
Yeah, I think you guys are
I
funny.
break you even though you're and I see the disappointment in your eyes with yourself when you laugh at a joke that I say.
Sure, that's
you
not-
just
you know I love
can't
you.
stand it. You can't stand that I made you laugh.
Stand ya.
You can't stand you.
stand you.
Can't stand you.
So, Chris,
Mr.
what was that
Shopping
guy's name?
sucks.
Mr. Bevilacqua?
How do you remember these
that right?
things?
Seinfeld, the Seinfeld gym teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
Big bean
stand you.
teeth.
Yeah, Mr. Bevilacqua, I think his name was.
All right.
Yeah. Tropic of Cancer.
Seinfeld was
Yeah.
genius.
Yeah.
Mm.
Christmas shopping sucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody should stop doing it.
Yeah.
Last thing that I want to say is people should use Christmas to force themselves on other people.
Whoa.
You want to
Hold on,
clarify that a
hold
little
on.
bit? You want to
Phrasing, buddy,
clarify that a little bit?
I'm going to clarify. To
That
force
shouldn't be the last thing you say. You should probably clarify.
The episode just ends. Hard cut. Bing. Bing.
No.
Bing.
Like if you want something, like if you want
Jesus, Tim.
if you want to play PlayStation, then you should get someone that you live with a PlayStation, and then stuff like that. It's just like use Christmas because you're forcing yourself to.
That does not work when you're married. You will get that like I wanted an iPad mini, and if I got my wife that iPad mini, I would never be able to touch it.
Well, that's
Never.
different. You need something that's at least somewhat shareable.
Sure.
Yeah. Unlike an iPad, I guess.
Yeah, it's
iPads are pretty shareable.
they don't let. It's actually coded to people's DNA, so you can't use it if it's.
Now,
yeah.
with that, does
There's
the
a
iPad
thumb.
have the thumbprint?
They do.
The new ones do.
The new
Yes.
ones do. They're a sham. Get the iPad mini too.
You got the 3?
No, I got the 2.
Oh, okay.
Remember we had this conversation?
Yeah,
I was like,
okay,
should
good.
I go take it back and get a 3? And you're like, dude, are you dumb? Don't get the 3.
sounds like
Kevin, did you hear what you just said?
that
And
sounds like
Kevin's
your
like,
Sean Finnegan
yeah, man, I
impression.
heard what he just said.
That does sound like Kevin.
And then he came up
Hey,
and like,
man. Hey, man.
he comes up super fast. Like, you don't even. I can't even hear you coming up.
Sorry about putting my shoes on the wall, man.
I like feel you when you're behind me, and I like smell this like just this like salsa infested breath on the back of my. And you have you kind of have a fish smell to you because I don't like you eat a lot of lunches, and you'll just be like,
I had a salad with fish once.
It's true. One time he brought the
Never
salad with
let it
fish in
go.
my car, and I was like, I'm never letting this go because it stunk my car up for like a
Bring
month.
it in your car. You guys stopped me.
Because you smelled of it. You just smelled of it,
It was
Kev.
fantastic.
God, he's like a ninja. That one.
At what point of the salsa breath smelling of fish did you go, yeah, that ninja's sneaking up
Because
on
he's-
me?
Did he throw some cow chops on the ground and fucking scatter into the
after you
shadows?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Game Over Greggy Show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each bringing a random topic of discussion for your amusement. If you like that, there are plenty of ways to get the show starting each and every Friday over on patreon.com/kindafunny. You go over there, you throw us a few bucks, you get it early, you get the videos, you get the MP3. If you go to the right tier, you get the Google Hangout. We should want to do that next week. We're talking about.
Yes,
So if you're
next
hearing this, yeah.
So this week,
Right. Well, I'm talking mainly the patrons already, I guess.
Okay.
Everything we do is all the exclusive Patreon content gets archived, so you can go back and catch up on previous episodes that we've done for patrons only. You
Yes.
can go to whatever.
And we're still on Bandcamp, and we're still on Vimeo.
Yeah.
So if you guys want the shows early,
A la carte.
yeah, just like one at a time,
Yeah.
you can still do
More
that.
like Alafart.
Damn.
You God, man. I'm surprised.
Nailed it.
An hour and
Nailed
40
it.
minutes into the show, and you brought the A game.
Nailed
There
it.
it is.
At
Nailed
least
it.
it showed up once.
If you are looking for Christmas gifts for your friends and family, remember there is kindafunny.com/store for t-shirts like my Team Fat One, and of course the coffee mugs. Everybody drinks coffee.
I need to get myself one of those coffee mugs.
You won't do it though.
I don't
need
drink
to make-
coffee at home. That's my problem.
Really?
Starbucks gives you a mug in the form
Oh,
of
here
a
we go.
plastic cup.
Yeah.
It holds a venti, which is 20 ounces.
Oh,
I love that.
Aren't there other cup sizes?
It's a grande.
No,
A grande.
there's not.
It's 16
Trenti.
ounces. The Trenti is 30.
Yeah.
That's too much. That's ridiculous.
That's too much. That's where you've crossed the line.
It's too much. It's
Is
like,
it?
it's
Wait,
like
hold
getting
on. Is
party.
it the Trenti or is it Trenta?
It's Trenta.
Okay.
Trenti
Can't
is
you let
30.
me have anything?
No, because I've never had one of these yet. Have you had
Oh,
one?
they're amazing. Someone screwed up and they gave me one by accident. They only charged me
Did
for
you
a
pay-
venti,
oh,
and
yeah.
it was the best day of my life.
Mm.
But it's just a little too much.
Yeah. So unlike our experience at Burger King, where they gave me less soda.
How oh man, that girl was
Let's not-
hot.
let's
She
not
was
even-
just mad at you. She was just not happy with you.
If you don't think we're worth the money, you can go to youtube.com/kindafunny and get the day-by-day, topic-by-topic breakdown before we put the whole show up on Friday, including when we put it up on iTunes.
Yes,
You
which
like-
will catch up eventually, soon.
All right.
I don't know when.
Looking at
but
you.
soon. I'm
It's all
doing
you.
it. I'm doing all I can, man. Doing
Seems-
all I
seems-
can.
Seems like you are, and I appreciate your work. And I love you, and you look good tonight.
Thank you.
Guys, it's been fun to podcast with you.
Thanks, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
Catch a little bit of that. Hey, DJ Kev, throw me a beat, nay. That's my South African accent. Did anyone watch Peter Pan Live?
We watched some of it.
Boy,
What? Which one?
Peter
Peter
Pan,
Pan
Live.
Live.
Hashtag
No,
Peter Pan Live.
Nah.
You should probably just save this for the show, too.
Anna Kendrick was live tweeting it.
Was she
I
good?
followed that.
Was she funny?
Oh, she's so good.
How was Captain Hook? Walking as Captain Hook? Was it good? I haven't even seen anything.
Walken's
He's
always
fine.
good. He's fine. He won't grow up. It was.
Did he talk like that?
Yeah. He can only talk one way.
Huh?
He can only talk one way.
I know, but he was really delivering lines like walking.
Yeah. Oh, it was
Peter.
hysterical. Peter, why you always gotta be so young?
All right.